Welcome to another live editions of BTB Live and Andrew's Hot Takes. I'm your host, Andrew Kratzer, alongside my co-host for tonight, Krista Carlos and Mr. Rodney Harris. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, Andrew.
Man, I'm doing well.
That's good. First off, we're going to be talking about WWE Draft Night 1 results, who got placed where, what it means for said superstars and whatnot. But also, last week on Raw, Triple H debuted a new World Heavyweight Championship. I wanted to get everybody's takes on that because I know there's 50% of the wrestling community loves it, 50% of the wrestling community hates it. But I want to get your thoughts on it.
Well, you know what I hate? We discussed this the last time around. I believe it was it Becky Lynch and Charlotte had a
title swap?
Right? Am I wrong?
Hello, Jessica Hoffman.
What's up, Jessica? Am I right about that? They had to switch belts when they had the draft?
Yes.
Right? Because they're named after the belt
show.
And now I'm hearing they're going to do it again?
Hope not, because you know what the one thing is? If Bianca's on SmackDown right now, she's the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion in a long time, and that's going to end because she swaps belts, starting a new reign. I think at Backlash, because the rosters, I think, go full effect after Backlash. So maybe Bianca loses it to a Raw superstar in one of the Damage Control people. Maybe who's the number one contender right now? Io or is it Dakota?
Either one.
I believe it's Io.
Why can't we just have the Women's World Heavyweight Champion, Women's World title, and the Women's Universal title? Because it was dumb the first time around when they had to swap belts.
Yeah, because Charlotte Flair got the better of herself.
Yeah, you know my feelings on this. They're the champions of a show. Instead of being the so-called champions of the world, whatever. All women's champions, SmackDown women's champion. And this is how they... But what kills me is just leave her on Raw.
Yeah.
Just leave her on Raw for now. Like you said, she's the longest reigning women's champion. So just leave her there until you figure it out. But it seems like a simple one to figure out. But then again, when you have that crazy old bastard getting involved again, this reeks of him.
The crazy old bastard. But, hey, Christopher Brown.
The sick part about him being involved is that there was a writer that just left the WWE that simply said it best. It's not a bad place to work. It's the dealing with the people that's out of touch is the bad part to the business. The Michael P.S. Hayeses of the world, the Bruce Pritchards of the world, and of course the Vince McMahons of the world. If those three men step away from the business and let everybody else that gets it right and do what they're supposed to do, this will be thriving right now. It's still on a coast, and it's just coasting right now. It's not going down. It's just riding.
Like stuck in first year.
Yeah, and look, before we was just going downhill. We were just sinking. It was a sinking ship. Then we had to get it above water again. Now we're just floating. So can we get some movement a little bit? I understand that there's one person ahead of creative, supposedly, but there's somebody that's consulted with about said creative that person's ahead of. So how can I ever do my job right if I got to run it past you every week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard he's zooming in every week.
Let me do my job.
Even though he's not at the arena, he's making his presence felt by Zoom. And he's changing match cards and doing all this other shit.
So technically, he's listed as an employee of Endeavor. He's on payroll, so his job is to be a consultant. There's other things he can consult with.
Yeah.
Production, video,
yes,
business deals as far as arenas and venues. You can consult with anything else.
And you know me.
So
You know me, I've never questioned him on that stuff.
No, yeah, do your thing, brother.
I've never questioned him on that.
The man makes money. He knows how to draw money. He knows how to
Yes.
make money. And me
Yes.
and you, Chris, we've always said Vince is he's a cash Calhoun, man. This man can make money in his sleep if he wanted to. He's very bright in that area. Then stick to that. Just stick to that, man.
Stick to the business aspect. Let Triple H
Business.
and Nick
Let him-
Khan run the
let the man do his
creative.
thing.
Let Trips just roll. And as Trips started to get rolling, and we start to see some changes happen, and the
Yep.
wheels start turning, and we start getting some speed, this fool wound up coming back in the company. Now we have a lawsuit active about the situation of real wheels turn like that. You're absolutely right. Now we got a situation going on where they have the lawsuit active against the man about what he's been able to what he's been doing behind the scenes as far as being racially insensitive. We knew this for years. Say hi.
Hi.
You tell Andrew and Christian not feeling too good today. You got a bit of a cold.
Oh,
Oh no!
But she's been doing a good job. You like Cody Rhodes? Cody Rhodes is gonna be on the screen today. Okay. Yeah, she's a big Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Huge Cody fan. So we turn around and we look at this idiot that Vince is, and we already knew he had racially weird things going on with him, just being insensitive to a lot of things. They had statements saying Bianca Belair's suit said that she felt her character was being extra ghetto for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Apollo Crews felt a certain kind of way about being a hardcore African character on television. We see this man allow a whole group of guys do blackface in the middle of the ring.
Yo, and the one
We had
and the one thing
Crews come out with jumpsuits and lawnmowers.
We saw a man get hung off the ropes.
We had a man get hung. We got practically got lynched.
twice.
It's like, come on.
One guy almost got killed
We
in
had
the ring because thank God for Midian being there.
Yeah, we had a reverse whip, a reverse lashing with Farouk in the boys. Like, see, this is the type of stuff that this man's been done all his entire career. So to me, the lawsuit, I don't know where it's gonna go. But maybe this just might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Where
Who brought the lawsuit?
I couldn't exactly find. It seems like it was a group of people, but nobody, of course, wants to state their name, and nobody wants to
Former employees.
Yeah, it seems like it's former employees and current employees' statements that back up their claims. And these are former employees that are not wrestlers. Not all of them are wrestlers. All of them are backstage crew.
Yeah.
They just feel like this man has been racially insensitive this whole time. Sometimes say this sounds like a screw job to get him up out of there. I feel like, hey, enough is enough. And if I keep, how the hell are you even back? Like, and then Christopher Brown is right. There was investors as well that felt this kind of way.
Yeah.
That's on that lawsuit too.
And it's crazy.
How are you still employed with this new company, knowing that this is going on?
Yeah, why don't someone go to him and say, "Listen, old man, you're gonna continue to get your big checks." You know what I'm saying? Like, just stay.
Go home. Oh, I was gonna say
home.
go home. I was about to say go home with Linda, but you're divorced now, so
Go work out at Planet.
Or you're almost better. You know what, Vince? You're a media whore. We'll run you out there like Mr. McMahon, only as a character. But we're gonna tell you what to do. You're not gonna decide what's going
go
on.
run for president. I don't give a shit.
No, stop it. We got an old bastard in there already. He's too old. Please. Like Weekend at Bernie's is our president.
Also, Christopher Brown just pointed about the first feud. Said Christopher Brown said, "I've got some news for you guys. Apparently, the first feud for the new title is penciled in as heel McIntyre versus Rollins."
I'll take it.
Kenny
I
Khan
just
says,
heard McIntyre's leaving.
"No, he just got signed to Raw."
Well, we don't hold on a second. That doesn't
Her contract is up.
mean that the contract has been signed. I don't know how many. Like, I know his contract is up. Some guys, we see this a lot happen at AEW too, where guys tend to work without a contract for a little bit while they're negotiating and they're trying to figure some things out, which I applaud. you're working some things out, and the company was good to you. If you feel that they were good to you, you do them a favor,
Yep.
and maybe they do right by you. Once your hand scratches the other, or washes the other, I should say. So, take it slow, Drew. Get your money. Get an agent. Please get an agent.
Yes.
Please get somebody to read the contract. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'll read it for you. If you want me to read it, I'll read it for you. Just
Also,
mail it to me.
apparently, according to Road Dogg, that there was a new writer hired for Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Also, Chris Brown said, "No, Rodney. Vince's job is to be an asshole. That's the only thing his job description under Endeavor Brother requires." Jessica Hoffman says, "Your daughters are so adorable."
Thank you, Jessica. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Chris
What
Brown
can you
also
go
says,
forward
right
with?
now Vince is looking at 3 separate lawsuits, and then Chris Brown said, "Andrew Linda hasn't been in the same bed with that piece of shit for 10 years."
Linda, I guarantee you this is how this happened. Linda saw him come home, sneak home with a whore. He laid in bed next to him, just was like, "You make me sick. Pack your shit and get out." Better yet, I'll pack my stuff and get out. And that's exactly what she did.
Yo.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
She got tired of watching him when he was pulling the old Tony Soprano. When Carmella got upset, and she had enough. They're like, well, enough is enough. She let this man walk all over her for years, and eventually, enough is enough.
Like
Well,
Owen Hart.
Yeah, like my buddies are big Cowboy fans, and I argue with them all the time. Why was I given a life sentence by being forced to watch the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving every year?
That's
Why
what
was I given that?
I didn't ask for this.
I didn't ask that. So
I didn't ask for
why
either.
was I given? Yeah. So why were we given a life sentence of Vince McMahon? Right? Like at a certain point, you would think there's a transition, but he like paroles himself. He got sent out, and I'm coming back. It's just I don't know when it's going to stop, but like you said, they took themselves out of the hole, going up, and now they're kind of stuck in the mud because you could tell he's got his handprints all over some of this shit. And lawsuit, I don't care how much money you're making, lawsuits are bad for business. So
Yes. Extremely bad for business. There's apparently another lawsuit too against the whole company itself because at WrestleMania last year, somebody lost their hearing because of the pyro. But
Yep.
I don't think he's winning that lawsuit because on
that's
the
a
ticket.
frivolous. That's some frivolous shit.
That's messed up. Like, I lost my hair because of pyro. I'm suing. Like,
Yeah.
dude, you're at a public event. You're like,
You were probably deaf before you got there.
And-
all we know how you lost it. But like, that's what I'm saying. How we know you lost it?
Yeah, then you can't prove that.
You can't prove that.
So
That hearing 100% when you got there. Like, I don't know.
Chris Brown said, "Oh, and if you want to laugh," and I'm expecting a what the fuck from Chris with this, but Tyson wants to wrestle Logan Paul.
Mike Tyson?
I believe so.
The Tyson Fury or Mike Tyson? Because it
Was
was
it Tyson Fury or Mike Tyson?
just cut both Tysons. Just shut the TV off.
Yeah.
Yeah, both. Both.
Nobody asked for that. Come on.
No, nobody asked for anything.
Mike's got his pot farm. He's doing well. Just we don't need you.
Yep.
He's not Iron Mike anymore.
He's not Iron Mike.
Yeah, he said Iron Mike Tyson.
He's higher Mike. Like,
He's higher Mike. Yes.
it's like, it's
Well, my roommate went in college, lived on the same block as him in Brownsville, and he lived on the same with him and Riddick Bowe. And his nickname wasn't Iron Mike back then; it was Dirty Mike.
Dirty Mike.
Dirty Mike.
Remember, he was robbing people at like 15.
Yo, yeah,
They're like,
those are all facts.
"Oh, he was robbing
Yeah.
them."
He was robbing people. He was a sticker. Yeah,
The man had a 19-inch neck at 15.
yeah.
He was built like an ox. That's a scary 15-year-old running at you.
Yep.
And it can hit like a brick wall. So,
Yep.
like, come on. So, look, I don't want to see that.
No, I don't want to see that. No.
If you want to have
Listen,
Mike Tyson walk
For
Logan
me
out,
to say I like Logan Paul, I buy into it because
that's a lot.
he could be a legit wrestler.
That took a lot.
Have him wrestle the wrestlers.
Yo,
Don't be bringing in other influencers or whatever.
I gotta tell you, I've been watching Impulsive live when him bringing in He brought in Edge the last episode, but it was taped before WrestleMania, so it appeared after like Mania, and he was talking with Edge and talking with Rey Mysterio before WrestleMania or the night after WrestleMania about the Hall of Fame and stuff, and they given him his applause, like he's giving him flowers because you're putting the work in the business that we all been training in for 20 plus years, and he's been doing things that didn't think the wrestlers would have ever thought. He said about the whole him and Ricochet bump. He said if Edge said if he did that, he tore both his quads in one night doing that. And then Logan Paul said to him, "Well, you speared Jeff Hardy off a freaking ladder." He goes, "Well, that was stupid."
No, he's an actor. The kid's got it.
Yeah, and I'm really happy to say that I like actually Logan Paul, like as the wrestler, as a human being, he has to gain my respect.
He's a douche, but he makes it believable in the ring. It's not like it's not manufactured. When you're watching it, it looks real.
So I'm gonna bring up the SmackDown draft results quick before Monday Night Raw starts. But the first pick in the 2023 draft was the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman. They will go to SmackDown. Cody Rhodes will be going to Raw. Bianca Belair goes to SmackDown. Becky Lynch staying on Raw. The Street Profits are going to SmackDown. Imperium are going to Raw, which is Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, Giovanni Vinci.
Gunther over there, Raw.
Edge is going back to SmackDown. RVD is staying on Raw. Bobby Lashley's on SmackDown.
Wait. What'd you say? What'd you just say?
I said
RVD.
Did you just say RVD?
I'm an idiot because RVD got me all mixed up because of his stupid. That night. See that this was supposed to be like WWE draft. He had it upside down on the freaking
the God.
And people were like, "What the hell? Is he high?"
Listen,
yeah, he's always high.
He was higher than the kite. No, he played no games. No, he was thinking of his hot wife. And
yes, Katie Forbes.
Sitting up there with that card upside down and getting this check. That's all he was worried about. He ain't worried about nothing else. Yeah. He did his job, okay? Leave RVD alone. Let that man live.
Yep. Bobby Lashley moves from Raw to SmackDown. Drew McIntyre moves from SmackDown to Raw if he's still in the contract. The OC, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, and Mia Yim move from Raw to SmackDown. The Miz stays on Raw. Damage Control, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky go to SmackDown. Well, that just throws out my fucking whole. One of them is winning the title at.
Yeah, that's out.
Shinsuke Nakamura moves from SmackDown to Raw. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn move from NXT to SmackDown. Here comes where Rodney is very, very happy about. Rodney's girl, Indy Hartwell, is officially now in Raw.
This will be fun.
Are those two? Is Alba Fire, are they in as a tag team or
single? They're tag team.
For the first time ever, Chris, we actually feel like they brought somebody up as a team that they don't intend to break apart.
Good.
Like we see teams come up before, but it feels like they have the intention to separate these two. This right here, I don't think it works without either one of them working.
They have chemistry, even though they were rivals. Like it was like Sheamus and Cesaro in a way with their feud in NXT, where they were Isla Dawn kept on attacking Alba Fire, and then they realized together we're stronger.
Anthony loves this. They're an established tag team.
Yep,
loves it.
And then the post-show draft, like the on the SmackDown Lowdown on Saturday morning, Apollo Crews is now on Raw, moving from NXT. Candice LeRae is staying on Raw. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville are staying on Raw now. Dexter Lumis is on Raw. Hit Row, which is Ashanti, Theodonis, B-Fab, and Top Dollar are staying on SmackDown. JD McDonough is going to Raw. Lacey Evans is on SmackDown. The Maximum Male Models are staying on Raw. Natalia moves from SmackDown to Raw. The Viking Raiders with Valhalla moved from SmackDown to Raw. And Zoe Stark is now on Raw.
That's huge. Zoe going to Raw, I think it's great. I want to see a Zoe and Becky feud so bad.
Me too.
I want to see
Gargano.
Like Gargano gets they're getting picked tonight.
So they got to put that back together.
No, if they I need somehow Austin Theory to turn somehow face and be relying with the way on the main roster because I missed that shit. I watched their funny. I watched
no time soon. We got so much heat and it's good heat right now.
Yeah,
it's generated some natural organic heat, and it's now starting to transition that heat from just get the hell off my screen heat to I just don't like this guy.
By the way, I love the fact that Gunther's on Raw with the IC title because it reminds me back in the freaking old days of Raw when the IC title was on Raw.
Well, doesn't this remind you of early 2000s Monday Night Raw or mid 2000s Monday Night Raw? Where you had the World Heavyweight Championship overall with the Intercontinental Championship.
Yep.
You had a roster that was a little bit veteran heavy, but and mixed in a couple of good guys. Even though SmackDown was killing it, Raw was a good, solid show.
Yeah.
And so I love what H's idea is here. You brought the new title in.
It looks beautiful. But
I feel like it's going to be changed.
I think there's going to be the silver is going to be a little bit darker. I feel like
I think the writing should be black font,
and then a little blue, the red little ribbon underneath that needs to be red. So here comes Monday Night Raw starting for night 2 of the WWE draft. Anybody want to bring anything crazy into this talk while we're waiting to see who gets picked?
Well, Christopher Brown also hit us. I just want to bring up, Big E's supposed to return, by the way, to join a New Day. So it looks like clearance has come Big E's way.
Man, I love Big E, but I kind of, as much as I want him to come back, I want him to come back with a Royal Rumble, man. Can you imagine the pop? All you hear is, oh, so-and-so, I'm back.
No, you know what? I think since we got Raw going on, and this is a perfect time while they're showing the opening and stuff, Chris, I want you to drop your point. Then we should jump in some AEW talk a little bit.
We can jump into that. I'll drop my point as we go.
Oh, yeah. How crazy was that signee on Wednesday?
Who, Roddy?
Yeah. As much as people are saying it's nothing, I think it's something that they just got. If somehow Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole can get their fucking buddy Bobby Fish back, you get the whole entire Undisputed Era into AEW fully together again. The 4 best friends that never really should have split up in the first place in NXT. If they went to the main roster, they would have had a good time if Triple H had creative control over them. But
Roddy made that group when he joined it. He was a finishing touch on it.
That day in New Orleans.
I've always loved him. I called it. But I liked it. A couple of other things they're doing is a little, I don't know, getting away from them a little bit. That I liked. What do you think of the 4 pillars, Rodney?
I'm okay with this because you need something for MJF to chomp on, and I think that he can grow with bouncing off of these 4 guys. Now, the way it came to me was it was going to be a fatal 4-way anyway.
Yes.
Didn't matter which qualifying match you want to have here or there. Darby Allin's taking the title. it's with if you really think about it, think about Sting possibly retiring very, very soon. They talk about like next month. Darby being the champion, you're trying to split the rosters up. Do we know if MJ? Like, does anybody know MJF's status going into the rest of this year?
I think he's wrestling. I think he's wrestling every pay-per-view.
So it's that. So there's a lot of questions going on right now.
Yeah, but like Rodney said, Tony's got to make sure that his title's not held hostage.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't know what's going on with MJF's contract status.
The crazy thing is, I kind of hope the opposite.
Know.
I'm hoping Sammy Guevara takes the title instead of Darby. Because how much believable is Darby Allin and Jungle Boy holding that championship? Who has a heel? Who has a heel group behind him?
He's breaking away from that. They already planted the seeds in that. I don't consider him a part of it right now. I think he's standing on his own like he should. Darby Allin is as hot as anybody. He could definitely hold that title. And Jack Perry, we've all talked about how he should be at a certain point, but I don't think it's right now with Jack Perry. But Darby Allin, I think, is the easiest.
What's now, Mama?
You know, because look at it this way, Andrew.
Yeah, it's the leaf.
You're not going to drop the title to another heel.
No.
Unless they turn Sammy face somehow.
No, we're not.
But they can't stand his. Have you watched AEW Access?
No,
I haven't had a chance to watch it.
To me, it's good. Him and Ty Mello, they talk about it. It's not scripted like Total Divas. It's more just behind the scenes, and they talk about the real heat they're getting. Like how when they hooked up on screen, which wasn't their idea apparently, you know, people just don't like it because of it. So, and then you watch it because her career, Swerve is kind of taking a little
downfall,
a little hit after they started doing that angle with her. You know, she's becoming more of just a valet, and she's considers herself a legit wrestler. So I don't see them dropping the belt to another heel.
Yeah, that's the big question, right? And when we like MJ, like we know, as far as we know, MJF's contract is up at the first. You could drop the title to Darby Allin and let him, Guevara, and Guevara and Jungle Boy battle it out. MJF has to find something else to do. But I noticed that recently with the women's division, there's been a lot of turmoil going back to that show on Access. Britt Baker kind of made it stated very, very clearly all her issues with Thunder Rosa. Now, me being a big Thunder Rosa fan, I'm a little biased. I'm not going to lie. But I do feel that was more of a Tony thing than it was a Thunder Rosa thing. And I think Tony could have fixed this problem
by taking the interim off.
Yeah, and take that interim. Yes, you could have fixed this whole problem by taking the interim off. You didn't have to do that. And if you would have, maybe Thunder Rosa did want to speak up for herself, and Tony told her don't. We don't know, but I just feel like Britt Baker's not giving. Like we never heard from Thunder Rosa. You giving your input and being so sour towards one person without giving the little slack a little bit to the next person. Without
if you watch, like she has sit downs with Shivani, where they're talking about it. They have legit issues, those two.
Yeah, she doesn't like her.
They don't like each other. And she's more speaking for the other girls. But it goes back to Finn Balor. When he got hurt, they didn't give him interim. They took the belt away from the very next night. That's what you need to do when someone gets hurt. Just take it. You got to take it away because you don't know how long an injury is going to take to heal. So take it away. Because the interim does nobody any good. And I agree with Rodney. That's on Tony Khan.
Yep. And also, I know they consider Tony Storm's title run a title reign, but it's no big situation. But also, Rhea Ripley just got drafted to Raw, and Austin Theory just got drafted to SmackDown.
So they got to switch belts to two women. Stupid.
It's stupid.
And of course the mid card titles get swapped, so it only made sense Gunther's going to Raw. Obviously, Austin Theory's going to SmackDown. So when when I'm looking
Seth
at
freaking Rollins is on Raw.
the way I look at Tony,
Chris Brown, we got this covered too. If you don't want to type in,
the way I look at it is Tony has a lot of work to do.
yep.
He's been working on it. It's just that I don't know how you're going to split these two rosters and have one show catered to one guy.
Yo, and also how are you gonna split the rosters and have a Saturday show?
No, but listen, it's doable because you have enough people. But the problem is
anybody gonna watch it?
Just the CM Punk factor. So this one show is just going to be centered around Punk. The rest of it's centered around everybody else.
I wouldn't. If I were anybody else, I'd be like, it's going to be only centered around by CM Punk and FTR.
Man, I'll tell you, I am digging the Blackpool Punk Combat Club versus the Elite. I like what's
Charlotte Flair to SmackDown.
It's been a lot of blood, blood.
Yeah, no, that I'm enjoying.
And a lot of screwdrivers being used, but I'm digging it. The storytelling is really, really good out of this, and I'm taking that in. So Tony, kudos to you there. Good writing, good build. That's been great. Women's division is starting to catch up with itself. Big question is Jade Cargill, who knocks down Jade? Who takes off the mount?
I think it's going to be Tyler Valkyrie again.
No.
Tyler Valkyrie.
Can we get into this? Because, first of all, Tyler Valkyrie is in no way, shape, or form any bit impressive in anything that she does. Let's put it out there. Did you watch her in the ring last week?
Yeah.
That was so I don't get the whole Tyler Valkyrie thing. Jade Cargill, presentation is awesome. Her look is awesome. But what are they doing with this streak? She's been, what's her record? 54-0? And how long has she had the title?
It felt like almost
50 when she was only like 11-0.
No, how many months are we going on the title? We're going close to 2 years, correct?
Yeah, I'm close to 2 years.
Okay.
Beat Ruby Soho for.
If you were going to do the Goldberg thing, then have her running through people every week on both shows. But they're dragging it out, and who is she actually competing against? She's supposed to be top of the food chain, but she's not wrestling their
top of the food
women,
chain people.
right?
Yeah.
She's not wrestling their top women.
So the people say, "Oh, Chris Statlander." Listen, Chris Statlander's knees can't hold up. She's jacked out her mind. She put out a video the other day. I was like, Jesus Christmas. This woman has gotten bigger over the time that she's been working out and taking care of her body. Though she looks phenomenal. I'm not gonna sit here and say she doesn't, but I'm scared for her legs. It's almost getting to the point. It's almost getting to that area where it was like, dude, you might want to think about hanging it up, man. If you tear the ACLs one more time, I don't know what to tell you at this point because this is crazy.
Like, it's just not coming off as genuinely organic to me anymore. Mm-hmm. It's forced, and she's wrestling mid-carders. If she's supposed to be this untouchable item, why is she still stuck? And then you bring in Tyler Valkyrie, and that homegirl needs to hang it up. Sorry, what I saw last week, she needs. And then you have Jamie Hayter, who's killing it as the champ. I feel she's killing it.
And Chris, do you like? I don't know if you agree or not here. Do you feel like Jamie Hayter is getting under?
She's underrated right now.
She's undershined because the Jade story is so big that nobody gives a damn about Jamie Hayter at this point. And
I think the fans in the building care about Jamie Hayter, but I think, to your point, the general wrestling world doesn't care about Jamie Hayter because of the build they gave Jade Cargill. So you have your mid-card, which is, if your mid-card champ becomes bigger than your main champ, that's because of the talent, the fans, and everything else. Yeah. But not the way you're booking it. We need to see that clash. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to see that.
Yeah.
And start her out with, let's have Jade Cargill go with a Britt Baker first. Mm-hmm. And then start her out with that, and then go to a Jamie Hayter clash, because otherwise I think they're wasting Jamie Hayter's title run, And this whole Jade Cargill thing is getting goofy now.
Yeah, like my question, like I have a question.
Who's gonna beat her?
No, but here I have a question for Tony. Why hasn't Jade Cargill and Britt Baker crossed paths yet?
Yeah.
Why hasn't Jade Cargill and Jamie Hayter
Right.
crossed paths? Like,
Yeah.
Why isn't
why are they not crossing?
why isn't
Not
Soraya? Why isn't Ruby Soho again? Why isn't
This is what I'm saying.
Nyla Rose? Why isn't
Nobody
I know
wants-
I said Nyla Rose, but I'm saying
Nyla Rose is not part of the equation right now.
but I'm
I don't
saying
wanna-
like
I want to see Ruby Soho. again.
what about
The women's division is getting better, but yet you're not. What you're doing with Jade Cargill is just, I don't know.
travesty?
It's not coming across, like I said, genuine. And Jamie Hayter, who coming across real genuine, is not being utilized right, because not only do you have her kind of in the shadow of Britt Baker, right? Then she's also kind of in the shadow of your TBS champion. It doesn't quite jive to me.
It's very true. And I just want to see some things start to make a little bit more sense.
I want more
Yeah.
consistency.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Andrew. That's the perfect way to put it. A perfect way to put it. The women's division was really inconsistent throughout this, leading up to this point. But now I feel like you back yourself into the corner with one title. Nobody really cares about the other title because the other title's mixed into a few with 5 other people.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
now we got Adam Cole mixed in with this whole thing.
Adam Cole mixed in. Well, once the All Access came out, then that you knew that was coming, because there are a couple on the show. Give me Sheeta versus Jade Cargill,
Yeah.
but not Taya Valkyrie. It just, I don't know what they were thinking. Terrible. So that's my feelings on that.
Yeah. Also, do you see the fans are so stupid with the T-shirt of Britt Baker
Oh,
with the
God,
black guy
yeah.
from the Social Outcast? I mean, the Outcast.
They took it too far, man. You got the news
No.
that she was
No, but people thinking it's the fact that it's the people thinking it's domestic
Domestic
violence, and
violence.
it's the fact that it's from a freaking show. You don't watch if you don't watch the week before, and you don't see the picture that Britt Baker took right after that night after they beat her down.
Oh, Andrew, nobody does their homework.
And then
Nobody does
people
their homework.
But the
They
funny
troll.
thing,
With nothing
is,
better to do.
people have a problem with that shirt, and then all of a sudden, before she became AEW champion, she had a shirt that had her face covered in fully blood.
Well, that's her intro screen, is that face. So I don't understand. But again, trolls don't do their homework, like Rodney said.
Yes, they're idiots
And
sometimes.
But what we need is more responses like Britt Baker had towards it. She didn't apologize. She said, I got that black guy I got in the wrestling ring. So we need more people to respond to the trolls just like that. And then it goes away.
I'm gonna get me an Anna J shirt. I ain't gonna lie.
You getting an Anna J shirt?
I like that shirt. I like that shirt. Y'all don't know what the shirt says. Child of mine, I can't repeat it, but we all know what the shirt says. Well, get me one. I'm a big fan. I'm digging it. You said
You
it
and JR are big fans of Anna J.
JR apparently is a big fan of Tori Wilson too. He retweeted Tori Wilson like twerking on a bench
Did he?
press, and everybody was like, JR out of his mind. And then he goes, "What's the problem? Is something wrong with this image?" And like he doubled down. He had no shame.
That's it. Double down, man.
JR's at the point in his life where, look, man, I'm just gonna be me. I've lost my wife. I've been through it all. I've been through some rough times. I'm gonna just be me. And if
That's
you
it,
don't like it, too bad, man.
He's not hurting anybody.
I'm digging it, JR. I'm digging it. But you know what? AEW's got some decisions to make, man. What do you think of the TNT title? Playing a little bit of hot potato here. Between
Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Hate them.
Not a big fan. I liked Hobbs.
You know, that's these two guys. You can't. You're breaking my heart here. Like I was like, come on, Tony, you're breaking my heart. Like,
Yeah, you could really have a thing with the two of them.
oh man,
not at the expense of the title.
Yeah.
Since you took it off of Wardlow, you could have built that up where you took it down the road.
Yes, you could have, and I don't understand. Then to have him come out and just face a enhancement talent the following week.
Yeah.
It's just come on, man. Like, what
No.
are we doing?
Doesn't make any sense.
This is not what the TNT championship was about. You built a legacy
Yeah.
with this championship. It's supposed to mean something.
Early on, they did.
Yeah, and now it's like, all right, you get a turn, you get a turn, you get a turn.
When they gave you an actual run and then they customized the TNT belt a little bit.
Listen, I thought it was great, but
But that's fun stuff.
And he really doesn't need Arn Anderson with him.
Yeah.
Nope.
Come on,
no.
Look at this. He didn't
at that point, you better off going back with MJF.
Yeah.
Don't need like that. I'm buying like Wardlow, MJF, both belts. Give it to me. Right?
Okay. Look, I think
2 belts, MJF.
I think that
Wardlow and MJF, both belts.
I think MJF has a lot of decisions to make, man. Coming up the pipeline here, because he's not doing a bad job. It's just the way it's being booked. It's tough.
Yeah,
he's taking what he's given. He's trying to make gold out of it, and he's doing the decent enough job. And
he's doing a decent job, but it's definitely not the job he was doing before.
And I can tell you right now, I think they also told him to tone it down.
Yes,
and he's definitely been more toned down than he normally is.
But he can't be toned down.
No,
the beauty of him is he's raging jackass. Yes,
he's a raging, reckless, horrible individual.
Horrible man. Yes,
but I hate him. You're gonna hate everything about him. That's the beauty of his character. You can't tone that down.
No.
Yeah.
And if he does go to the E, they are gonna have to put a little bit of a restraint on him.
A collar.
But they're gonna try to Stone Cold Steve Austin him.
They should.
Where he's gonna have a little bit of slack.
They should. He'll take him.
He's gonna fall in love with this guy.
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna be our next Austin. And because his work could be tweener, could be heel, could be babyface. Austin was a babyface doing heel tactics.
Yes.
And got away with it for 10 plus years, it felt like. You know, and even when you try to go full heel, they still love you.
When you're facing, you can flip off a referee, and the crowd goes freaking nuts.
How many times the ref had to pull Austin off out of the corner after the 5 count? You're supposed to be disqualified. This man just stomping a mud hole in people.
Yep.
But this is the type of things that he would do. But this is MJF. The difference is MJF is a super technical wrestler, has a great time doing what he does in the ring. Because when he's in the ring, he's gold, man. He can go. Yeah. But that's why I said, me and Chris used to say, get your butt in the ring. I know you can talk, but I need to see you wrestle. Because I know you can do it. You're just not doing it. So now let's do both. Let's get you going. But here we are. Double or Nothing coming up. I don't see MJF retaining this title. I have a very, very hard.
Not the way it's looking.
I have a hard time believing he's keeping his belt. I don't know.
Definitely not the way it's looking.
I don't know if now I can tell you this right now. He loses and takes an extensive time off. I can tell you something's up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But if he loses and back there the next Wednesday, ready to raise hell, he's gonna ride it out. The problem.
And because you can't continue to have him on TV mentioning 24.
No.
You can't, especially if he leaves.
No, yeah. Oh my God.
Then you've had a guy who's been on your programming for 3 years telling you,
"I'm out.
I'm leaving.
I'm leaving."
You just can't have it.
My man.
I'm going with my boy Cody Rhodes over the E.
My man said, "I don't give a damn if the company gives me 1 penny more than AEW. I'm leaving." I was 1 penny. He's crazy. You're like, this guy is nuts. Now you can say, "Oh, he's just saying that to say that." But in his heart of hearts, I truly believe that he means that.
Yes, I believe it too.
So it's like, it's because this is him. This is not, you're not getting nobody else. Don't get me wrong. He's a very nice guy. I know people that know him personally. He says he is the nicest dude in the world. If you're friends with him, you're a friend for life. But when you piss him off, the same guy you see on TV is the same guy that's going to come out.
Oh yeah, I believe he holds grudges. Yes.
Oh yeah, and he don't forget. Don't act like so he's running around saying, "Tony, why? I don't know why Tony keeps doing this to me. Why he keeps putting me in these compromising positions." That could be leading up to, "All right, Tony, I had enough of you." and they maybe they mutually agreed on something. Hey, man, ride this out to January, and maybe we can revisit and figure something out. Because there's no reason why MJF shouldn't be the highest paid player in the game for that company right now. Just based on AAV, I'm taking it to sports. Just based on AAV and based on years and how young he is, there is no way in hell I'm not making him a 10-year contract over a certain amount of dollars over time. He needs to be the highest player in the game.
Mike Trout.
Player in the game.
Mike Trout. When they paid Mike Trout. Same thing.
He's not going nowhere until he's like 36. I'm not letting you go. Okay. You will be AJ Styles. You will be everybody else. You will be everything for me before I let you walk somewhere else. So if I'm Tony Khan, lock it up. Lock it up. Throw him the bag, bro. Throw him the bag.
Give him a blank check.
Give him an offer that WWE can't even counter with.
Also, but like you said, you got to give him the freedom.
Oh, yeah, got to give him the freedom.
He needs that free reign where he can do what he wants because he's not the same. Since they started this 4-way thing, he's a toned down. The first night when he was going at it with Jack Perry, it was old school him. But then he's been toned down more and more each week.
That promo when all four of them was in the ring, I was like, yo, what is going
on? I can't believe the guy with 4 of them in the ring, though.
No, I was like, but what is happening here? It's like,
like what is really going on?
Hulk. I was like, this ain't MJF. What's happening right now? These are the pillars. I was like, don't get me wrong. All of these guys in the ring are grade A talent. But the talking out of these guys is not working right now.
No, it's too much.
And then the moment with Sting was cool. I'll give it that.
Sting knows how to. There's a seasoned vet that knew how to come in and cut a short, right to the point promo, right?
And Sting wasn't always known for talking, but when Sting had to talk, Sting could talk.
Yeah.
And I'm very shocked that it was so good.
He delivered it.
And he brought it. He brought the hammer with him. He was dragging the hammer with him. And brought some fun with it. And I said, wow, this is it. This is what it's going to be. Fatal 4-way coming your way. There's not going to be a one-on-one match with Devil Double or nothing. And that was from that moment on, I said, this is going to be a Fatal 4-way. This only makes sense. You're calling this the Pillars match. You're calling this the Pillars feud. You got
the Pillars tournament, and then having MJF versus Darby Allin. I mean, not MJF, Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and then pulling the Eddie Guerrero in the ring, and then Tony Schiavone saying if it's going to be Sammy and MJF versus Darby Allin and Jungle Boy next week on Dynamite, and if Darby Allin and Jungle Boy win, they'll be added to that match at Double or Nothing. So,
yeah, because around I remember the report coming out that they did ask AEW to chill out with the blood, relax with the foul language. They're trying to build up sponsorship levels for them and trying to get them more opportunities on national television, which makes sense.
You know how they get
so it does make sense for you to tone down your work a little bit. But don't lose your identity because you're toning.
No, you can't.
And I feel like AEW's kind of lost their identity a little bit.
Yeah.
They
the only
went too
thing
far.
he said in that promo was when he started in on NJ. And then,
that was wild. That was wild.
And you know who else they're screwing up? Swerve. Yeah, who are these slappies they keep sticking with him? Who? First it was Parker Boudreaux and that other clown. And now they've got a new group of slappies. What are they doing?
Oh, man. I don't know. I thought what they were doing to Keith Lee was bad.
No, it's not.
I think Swerve needs to fucking look at himself and say, I got my boys that they're on SmackDown right now. They're getting fucking TV time.
Oh, listen.
Better than fucking
Swerve can stand on his own. Swerve don't need no group.
You don't need a group. That's why we were like, the hit row only worked because he was in it.
Yeah.
And he didn't really need them.
He's the star.
He is the star of the show. So oh man.
Who are these guys? Like, what are you doing to me?
It's so funny when you say it's like Conor McGregor with the guy talking during the press conference. The guy was like talking. He turns around and goes, "Who the fuck is that?"
But like it's sometimes they want to give these guys a chance, and I think a couple. I know Bordeaux had a time in NXT. Time in NXT, got cut there, went to MLW for a little bit. Obviously that was short lived, and now he's over here. But then we've seen this to throw up Keith Lee again. We've seen this happen again, where all right, here we are. There's a couple of guys you featured on TV for so long. They're no longer in there where they used to be. Now they're just weird.
Yeah.
It's weird to me. I don't know what this is. Now, so I saw a meme the other day, Chris. I think I sent it to you, where it says Adam Cole loved WWE, so he doesn't want to be Keith Lee's lackey. 2 years later, winds up being Keith Lee's lackey.
Yeah.
But
only he kept his hair.
He kept his hair. He didn't have to shave his head. Yeah. But also, do you feel that they're coddling Adam Cole a little bit too much? They're not letting him kind of go.
Be his old Adam Cole-ish.
I think until like you saw it with Bryan Danielson when he came back originally.
Yeah.
I think that he had from what I'm watching on Access, and he had a serious concussion, Adam Cole. Serious.
Oh, yes, it was very serious.
I would have to question even going back to the ring.
It was back to back.
Back to back.
And it was one bad one, and then it was another one. So it was like
how?
Now I can't sit in the dark.
Which matches did he get the concussions in?
Well, I think that's why. I think that's why he's getting his friends back, because you're gonna have to protect them a little.
Yeah, so he had the match at Forbidden Door, got a concussion in that.
Then IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
He got a concussion. So he got roughed up pretty bad, pretty bad. We had reports that he couldn't sit. He had for a while at the beginning. He couldn't deal with light, so he had to sit in a dark room sometimes and keep his eyes closed. Like it was bad. So like Chris was right. It started to make you question: is this guy ever going to get back in the ring? Because that can end your career, man.
Yeah. Look at Nigel McGuinness.
It can end his life.
Look, he had too many concussions, and he said to himself, he went to WWE themselves and said, you know what? I've had a couple of concussions in my career. I don't think if I get another one, I'm done. Do you guys have something for me to do? I go to commentary. Yeah. Look at they put him on commentary and look at him.
He's crushing it.
If Adam Cole doesn't really want to wrestle, but he still wants to be with his girlfriend,
sad man.
Put him on commentary.
He wants to wrestle. He's made it known he wants to wrestle, but it's a catch-22 here because you can only protect someone so much. Because now when I'm watching him, I'm like, oh, is he gonna get dumped on his head? Like you gotta watch.
You're cringing.
You're concerned when you're watching.
It's going to turn.
You shrivel like, whoa.
It's going to turn to a situation where every wrestler that is wrestling with him is going to need to make sure when you scoop slam him, make sure he doesn't land on his head or whatever.
He needs to be in there with pros, like real pros.
Put him in there with vets. Don't put him in there with young kids.
Like the Jericho Appreciation Society, put him in with him and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho knows how to take care of a veteran versus a veteran. They know what to do.
Ryan, I even trust him with Cesaro.
Cesaro is the most trustworthy fucking person in AEW.
I trust Mox. So it's like I trust. There's a couple of guys you can trust in the ring to help him out. But damn, man, when I look at him, like, good God, I just want to see this guy be the way he used to be. And it's not. I feel like it's not fair.
Yeah,
that it just happened to him. Like it's so not fair. It
happened like this.
He didn't get to take off yet. We didn't. It's crazy.
He was right about to take off, and
he went from being in NXT where he was still going up to the roller coaster till he got to AEW where he was still up there, and then the concussions and it just took him down. And like,
I also want to kill this narrative too. That if he was in the E, this wouldn't have happened to him.
It could have happened anywhere, anytime, any place.
It could have happened at his house.
He could have been hanging up something and he hit his head on the back of the door.
his car, bumped his head on the car door. Like,
listen, it's part of the business that he's in.
Stop it with the but they overworked themselves over the AEW. I'll try to outperform themselves. It wasn't an outperformance thing. It was just wrestling.
And if you want to say that, what was he doing in NXT? He was doing the matches he was doing in NXT.
Probably doing worse.
Probably doing worse.
The NXT damage probably led up to this point.
The Gargano matches.
No,
the War Games.
No,
come on.
Yeah, War Games matches were nuts.
Those War Games, come on. But that's when Adam Cole was at his pinnacle. I mean, people forget, they're forgetting now what he was in NXT, which I regularly said it was one of the top in the world at what he did. He was so hot at that point. So I just hope he doesn't get another one. But, we will see where that goes.
Yeah,
Before Keith Lee got stuck with Goldust.
Damn shame.
I feel like Goldust should go back to WWE one more time and just retire.
Nah.
Retire Goldie.
He won't go back.
Now he has been cheering his brother on. He was backstage for a couple of different things involving you as of late. I can see Dustin getting back there as a talent relations role, maybe keeping the young kids down in NXT. Because not for nothing, take nothing away from Dustin Rhodes. He's a hell of a technical wrestler.
Oh yeah, he'd be like his dad teaching him down there.
Yeah, man. I think that he can be a very valuable asset for anybody in the company, helping young kids out, teaching.
Yeah.
Like now, granted, he's in shape. He's got his body right. He's healthy, so he can do it. If they pay him a nice little check, I wouldn't mind taking that role if I was him. I don't want to need to be necessarily on TV every single week and doing all this extra stuff with Keith Lee being gray beard and gray hair.
He has a thing called the Nightmare Factory that he's running with QT Marshall.
Yeah, him.
But also, fuck
QT. They cannot.
Can you kick him off my screen, please?
They can't keep QT off TV. He's back. He's back.
Forever will be a member of AEW. QT.
Oh, I hope Hobbs just power bombs him because I don't need to see him with Hobbs.
Imagine the ass whooping. Imagine QT just getting tossed around by Powerhouse Hobbs.
Oh,
priceless. Give me 10 minutes.
You want to talk about a specimen? Dude. His Powerhouse Hobbs is a specimen.
I told Chris the other day, I was like, that guy's my spirit animal. I want to look like Powerhouse Hobbs.
Damn.
Because he doesn't look crazy. Like, he doesn't look a crazy steroid up jacked.
No.
He just looks purely jacked.
Yeah.
Like you turned all fat that you had on your body into muscle.
Like Brock Lesnar in his day.
Yes. Well, Brock wasn't ripped up crazy nuts.
Yeah.
No, Brock was just jacked out of his
mind. Just a big jack dude.
And Powerhouse Jack, dude, he's a specimen.
Once he stopped wearing those goofy outfits with the suspenders.
Yeah, get him in some
regular. He was coming out when he first started.
Yeah, oh my God. He was looking nuts. But
he was goofy.
Now they got the right boots on him, man.
He looks good.
He looks great. I'm digging it. So make it happen. AEW, there's some keepers over there, man.
Yeah.
They want to lock up for a little while. If you could get them on long-term contracts, I would if I was Tony. 5-7 years, I might not be enough, Tony. I think you should get these guys some deeper contracts, pay them a little more.
Yeah.
You got some talent right there. You can home grow and turn it into something. So don't forget that. I hope he doesn't forget with all his brand split and stuff. Now, one thing. What are your thoughts on Punk, Chris? Do you think that Punk can be a valuable asset going forward right now?
No.
Once a cancer, always a cancer.
I look like Omega and the Young Bucks took the high road when talking about it. Moxley didn't really pull a punch. You could tell they were all told not to go into it too much, but Moxley, when he was on with Renee,
oh yeah,
he didn't hold back. And listen, he burned. Whatever happened in WWE, you could always say, okay, maybe he's got some truth to it. Maybe they got some truth to it. Then we go how many years later, and it all happens again.
Yep.
Then you got to point your finger at one person. It's you. You're the asshole. He could have been good for their business, but at this point, you got to cut bait. I don't think it's good for his business. I don't think it's good bringing him around. The dudes, like you didn't just piss off Kenny Omega and the Bucks. You pissed off the entire backstage.
And the whole wrestling world.
And here's my thing. I know he was backstage last week at Raw.
Last week with Raw. He was visiting his friends.
Yeah,
he was talking to Tamina. And then also this following week, he was at Impact in Chicago, visiting friends in Impact. And literally, it was crazy. Like, just seeing, is this his apology tour?
Yeah.
He's trying to get back into good graces of people.
Yeah, and they said that him and Trips had a nice little conversation, short. They shook hands. Both of them walked away smiling. It seemed to be genuine. He gave him a handshake and a hug, and it looked like he mended that fence. They both said kissed and made up and said, "Listen, I'm sorry. Hey, whatever I've done in the past, let the past be the past. Let's move forward." And it takes a lot of balls for a man to do that. It does. I give him credit because what he went through over there was a different kind of ball game. But once again, I keep saying what you went through wasn't just a Triple H thing. And I felt that you put a lot of that on H that wasn't fair. Punk. You know that. You know that man had a role to play, but he had to do his job. You got to understand that. He had no say-so in the matter. It's either I do my job and get fired or I do my job. Pick one. You should be mad at Vince. But who's the person that told you to leave and get out the building because you're under contract at AEW? Vince McMahon.
Yep.
Triple H didn't chase you out of there. He didn't care.
You show up. Did he get mad that Ricky Starks was backstage with the Royal Rumble?
No. This is what I'm saying. Vince called was like, "Yo, get him out the building." Nah, he can't be there. So, which I get it. Conflict of interest. You don't want to be relevant. You're not trying to ruffle feathers and have Tony getting all upset and going on podcasts and whining and crying. And
why didn't Triple H or Vince McMahon kick out CM Punk out of the building when he went to go?
They called me and asked me. Like, no, listen, he's a grown ass man. The man can go wherever he damn well pleases. Will we babysitting now? Just like he showed up, somebody let him in, whatever. It's cool. He
said, Christopher Brown said, but Vince had him thrown out because he's still contracted to AEW, and there's tampering charges in one of those lawsuits, I believe.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be sitting there dealing with none of that. Look, it makes sense. So look, I believe it was Kevin Nash that called him a desperate little bitch.
Yeah.
I said, yo, Kevin, you got some nerve, Kevin. You got some nerve after all the checks you came back for to call somebody a desperate little bitch. You got some nerve, Kevin.
Like you would think with age comes maturity and you keep your mouth shut at certain points. And these are all self-inflicted wounds that he's given himself.
Yep.
And I just don't think there's anything good about him, being a part of that company or any other company. Like if you're another company, do you want him around?
No, I don't think he better. If he can benefit me in any way, maybe. But right now, he don't need him.
And okay. So I'm glad you said benefit because that would be one-offs. You bring him in for a one-off because he doesn't have time to poison the entire backstage. You know what I'm saying? And if that gives you a big hit in ticket sales for that one-off and this and that, so be it. But to have him on a weekly basis around the rest, especially when you have young talent that you're trying to groom, you don't need MJF hanging around CM Punk, right? You don't. If you want this guy to lead your company, you don't need him hanging around that jackhole. You just don't.
Yeah. And the hard part is having the people that saying no, it can't be that Punk is now trying to leave AEW. No, I don't think he's trying to leave anywhere. I think he's trying to prepare for what's to come if that doesn't work out. He's trying to make a contingency plan.
Exactly.
And rightfully so, you should, because if you want to make money and you want to come back to this business, you might want to start mending some fences that you self-inflicted. Okay?
Well, there's a big difference between Cody Rhodes coming out and with a sledgehammer and breaking a throne, all in the context of entertainment, right?
Mhm.
And this guy mother effing people every
chance he got.
every chance he got,
And went on every podcast under the sun.
and then you want to go back.
The
That's why Cody Rhodes was welcome back. He was doing it as part of the shtick within the, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think Vince McMahon, Triple H, they get that part of it.
And it was understandable with Cody.
Yeah.
What did I feel like it was redundant and they kept doing it over and over again?
Yeah, yes. But was it in the end? Was it harmless?
It wasn't affecting the E.
Exactly.
Like, it wasn't affecting nobody's bottom line. He wasn't breaking no fourth walls.
No, this guy, like you said, he's going on everyone's podcast. Any chance he got, he's bad mouthing people.
Yep, he was ripping everybody he possibly could, and
in a bad way. He wasn't even. There was nothing nicely put about what he was doing.
Yeah, it was reckless, and he knows it. That's the problem. So but I'm happy to see him being a grown man and putting his big boy pants on and going out there making apologies and doing what he needs to do. If that's the case, if that's really what he did.
Yeah.
But from the reports we see, that is what he did. He was just having a conversation with H, and H was open when Ariel Helwani asked him about CM Punk and said, "Would you let CM Punk come back?" He goes, "I'm open the door for anybody. Anybody has the opportunity to come talk to me and have a conversation with me, no matter who they are, what they are. They're more than welcome to have that conversation, and I'm willing to entertain it. But it has to be the right situation. It has to be right timing.
And he's got it, strictly on short-term leashes with whoever deals with him, because he can't be trusted."
Oh, by the way, last week it made no fucking sense with Teddy Long making the Raw picks. Meanwhile, he was the SmackDown general manager.
You know how that works, Andy.
Oh, look, it's both Booker T and Shamel doing these picks.
Now, segueing into Cody Rhodes,
mm-hmm.
I think the whole feel-good story is over. I think they missed the boat. I think it was even made better, more dramatic for the fact that he got hurt, missed all that time, then got the shot, right? And he didn't give him the title. I think
KO and Sammy on Raw.
I think at this point the ship has sailed with Cody Rhodes defeating
Roman Reigns.
I mean, I think me personally, it's got to be a Lashley. Lashley's going to SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
The Usos are on SmackDown.
It's got to be a Lashley. It's got to be a Gunther, but Gunther's now on the other show. It's got to be a Seth Rollins. Someone of
Seth Rollins is on Raw.
No, I'm saying without the shows they're going on.
The way I look at it,
Cena's Hard Times 2.0.
They're gonna circle back to it, and he's so hot to the point where they wanted him to go uber hot, like over hot, that they had a lot of questions on if we're gonna let this man hit 1,000 days. We want to keep that aspect of it, but I think there was two conflicting. Now that this new title's involved, it may have been two conflicting ideas. It could have been that each wanted Roman to drop the title. I made it to go.
So Judgment Day went to Raw. LWO was on SmackDown.
It could have been that Vince wanted him to keep the title on Roman.
Yep.
So, all right, Vince, we're gonna go your route. Keep title on Roman. I'm gonna create another title for Raw.
Yeah, we're getting another title.
And because I can't, and truly, maybe what he said last week, he really meant it. Like,
it sounded like he did.
Contract to the point where you can just do whatever you want to do and hold the title hostage. So here we go. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Cody's gonna continue to chase Roman because Roman's that he's Bigfoot. Like, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna catch him, and when I catch him, it's gonna be epic. He's gonna catch him.
But you're gonna drag this another year?
No, you can't drag it another year.
You can't drag it to WrestleMania.
Has to happen at SummerSlam.
Andrew, the reason why Cena and the other guy
I don't agree
is because they were both doing stuff in Hollywood.
No, Cena was there the full time. Rock went back to Hollywood.
I'm saying The Rock was in Hollywood, so you couldn't. That's why they dragged that a year.
You cannot drag this a year.
No,
I disagree with dragging.
dude, it's getting boring as it is.
Like, I understand him going through the hard times, and I get the storytelling. I understand it, and I'm here for it. But you gotta have this commence by August. If this does not commence by August, where we now, you gotta truly ask yourself, where are we?
Because Cody Rhodes is on Raw, but they got Money in the Bank.
Doesn't matter.
But the thing is,
I'd rather see LA Knight win Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Because now I'd rather see Karrion Kross and LA Knight win Money in the Bank. Or Gunther.
Who did Indy Hartwell drop the title to?
nobody, but I'm thinking it's going to be Cora Jade on. I've heard it's either going to be vacated or Cora Jade
on Tuesday.
On Tuesday. But Isla Dawn and Alba Fire have a tag team championship against Katana Chance and Kaden Carter on tomorrow.
He turned around and she turned around and messed up her foot. So she had to drop the title. But she's still out here working. She's working out, getting stronger. You got to see this woman's back, man. Her back is insane. Indy Hartwell, have you seen her back? She's doing a lat pull down.
Oh.
I was like, yo, how'd you get your back to look like that? That's crazy. But yo, she's doing a hell of a job, man. And I love the fact that she's taking it seriously. She gets it. It took a while, but now she's starting to figure it out more. And it took a while. It took a little while. But now she's coming into it.
She'd be a big star.
She's really good. And Zoe, I got high hopes for Zoe. And I think Zoe's going to do a tremendous job.
Yeah, she will too.
Wow, what happened?
Mitch texted in our group chat, Mike, about something with Mike. Made me laugh.
What, Mike? Yeah. Oh, jeez. How the hell is he gonna? Anywho, I don't got time to.
But then so Christopher Brown says, Rodney, how the fuck is he gonna work with Cody on Raw and Reigns on SmackDown? And then Christopher Brown says the attention span of the modern wrestling fans is non-existent. They dragged this out to WrestleMania 40. The ratings will be in the toilet.
Listen,
you guys do something.
First of all, think about this. Does this draft shit mean anything anyway? Every time they do this, people want to go on the other side.
And then it ends up like 3-4 months later, they end up saying, you know what, fuck the brand extension, or we're doing the super shows again because we need the ratings on both shows to be better again. My dad literally, on Sunday morning came up to me, goes, Mike, one of my customers at work brought his son in, and he's a big WWE fan. High function autism, loves WWE. Said that Monday night, it was Monday that Friday that he had to get home from school. He did everything, and he is like, at 8 o'clock, I would go watch the WWE draft. My dad was like, what's the WWE draft? I'm like, okay, so once a year, maybe twice a year, one or two times, whatever, that they the USA and Fox try to get their ratings back up by doing a draft where certain wrestlers go on certain shows to try to spike up the ratings, and trying to explain that stuff is crazy. But like this shit sometimes doesn't work.
No, it never does.
I gotta say, I missed the days where the draft, it wasn't really a draft where, remember the days where it's like Raw versus SmackDown, and then one person or two people would go to a different show, and they show like the whole, like how John Cena was drafted twice in one night. He was drafted on SmackDown, one in the beginning of the time, and then at the end of the night, he went back to Raw.
Yep.
And then
I don't know.
Chris Percent, of course,
I think they put themselves into a corner for no reason.
They always dig themselves into a corner. And Christopher Aaron goes, of course, the WWE draft doesn't mean anything, Rodney, but when it's networks themselves insisting on exclusive rosters, if you're in WWE creative, just who are you running for? Vince, NBC, Universal / Fox? You're technically writing probably for the networks. Maybe it's not Vince who rips up the freaking scripts every week. It's somebody from Universal or Fox that takes the script and looks at it and says, I don't like it.
No, it's Vince. It's Vince.
It's Vince. And look, when you really look at this, this is a Vince McMahon problem. If the old man stays away, the boys come out and play. That's how
clear difference.
We saw it. We saw it for how long was it? A short 4 months?
Yeah, Butch almost got his name back, and now he's stuck with Butch.
He was like a week away from getting his name back.
He was a week away.
It was just close. And I was like, oh, God. Pete Dunne. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we was all
not Butch.
Didn't look on my face.
Yeah.
Butch. Just saying Butch, man. Listen, I would love to hear Triple H. I want Triple H to write a book.
They describe Butch like he's scrappy dude.
Seriously.
They do. Like he's scrappy dude.
All he's missing is a scrappy dabby dude. Yeah. That's all he's missing. If he did that, it would have been perfect. But the problem I have with this old man is that he's just not listening. It's just you just don't want to listen to people that's writing stuff that you hired. You hired them to write. Bruce, Michael, Vince, what are y'all doing?
Listen, yeah, exactly.
What are y'all hiring?
It's not 1995 anymore.
My question: why are you hiring these people? Just you write it down.
I'll give you an example. One of our coaches, right? He's been with the program for 20 years, and like I'm an old school guy, but he's an old. So anyway, he wanted to bring back the hair rule, like the Yankee hair rule, and I'm like, dude,
come on, dude, no. I'm
like, dude, first of all, that never floated. I said, you can't tell kids, especially this day and age, what kind of hairstyles they could have. I said, when it has nothing to do with playing football.
Nope.
I said, I'm all about, the uniform looking the same. Don't wear different colors that don't match the uniform. I'm all about that. Represent yourself in school. Don't wear your pants hanging down. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to someone's hair, no. You can't. The Yankees get away with it because they're paying millions of dollars to these guys. They can tell them. It's a company. They can tell them. This is the company rules.
They're like the Islanders get away with it.
High school football.
I fucking hate that, though.
High school football, you can't tell them.
I hate Lou Lamorau's rules with the freaking Yankee look, no beards on the ice and everything, no long hair.
The Islanders have that rule too?
Yeah, it's bullshit. I hate it.
They can't have playoff beards?
No, they can have playoff beards, but they can't have regular beards during the regular season.
Wait a minute.
They must be fully shaved. They
can't have the beards during the regular season, but they can do the playoffs?
Yes, because the Islanders were the team that started the tradition of playoff beards. And
that's even worse than the Yankee rule.
Yankee got to change. They got to change that shit. Like, it bothers.
Did he ever watch the old Islanders from the run they made in the 80s? They all had beards.
It's Lou's rules. He did that with the Devils. He did that with Toronto. He did that.
See, that's where I got a problem with these old curmudgeons.
Yep.
But just the point is, like, I had to be the voice of reason. It's like, dude, we're not doing a hair rule. You can't tell these kids, we tell them everything else, right? Let them have their hair.
Like, if you want to come, they can't show up to the game looking like a slouch. If you wanted them to wear a suit and tie, look presentable to the game.
Presentable.
That's different.
It's different.
Shirt and tie. Wear a shirt and tie when you
conduct yourself a certain way.
When you get off that bus, you gotta represent ourselves right.
Exactly.
If you're out in public, you can. If you want to have
affected got the likes of Trevor Lawrence, right? Clay Matthews when he was playing.
No.
I think they did. I think they did all right with long hair.
Don't we love Troy? When Troy had that hair flowing out the back of the helmet.
Hell yeah.
Troy was all over the damn field. We loved it. Come on, don't do it. Don't do him like that.
So can you imagine Troy Polamalu played baseball as well as football, and he got signed by the Yankees? Oh, your first game of spring training if you're playing.
He would quit. I swear to God, I swear, Troy Polamalu would never cut us. He would have quit.
Yeah.
He would have quit.
But that, like I said, that's where Vince needs to listen to some people. Like, yo, let's not do this, and he's not willing to do it, and you could see his fingerprints all over the bad shit.
Yeah,
you can still see the good shit that Triple H is doing, but you can see the fingerprints all over the bad shit.
Thank God we have that. Thank God we have H still doing things. Thank God he still has a major hand in this. They didn't completely take his hands away from him. Thank God, because if it would not be palatable. It just wouldn't. But remember, you are an employee. He's now officially an employee.
Yes.
So you can't really just get rid of him.
No.
You gotta get reason. So
exactly.
When he retired, he should have just stayed retired.
But that should also be that he should not be able to run roughshod over everything. Like if he's an employee, then that should be at a certain role, and he shouldn't be able to come in on game day or match night and say, "Hey, I don't like this. We're changing it."
And it's weird because the wrestlers are employees too, essentially, right? Because you're not looking at them as private contractors. You're looking at them as employees. So if all of the employees saying that they feel uncomfortable, they feel unstable, they don't think this is a good work environment because of this one person being hired, don't you go to that person and say, hey, we have an issue here?
Yeah.
You being here is hurting the rest of all of them. And I hate to break the news to you, majority rules.
It's bad for morale.
Oh, it's bad for morale. The locker room is all tense. People worrying about their job.
Yes.
I've worked in many department stores. I've worked in many different places. But
we all know he's got no self-awareness.
There's always that one bad manager that always just pisses everyone off.
Yeah. Look at this.
And enough complaints, HR, enough complaints to the head of the company. Not one manager just pulled in.
Like you said, Rodney, you say it all the time. Once you go public, right? Then you put in place HR like that. When you were running it yourself, right, and it was your enterprise, you didn't need HR, right? He could do whatever the fuck he wanted. Once he went publicly traded, you have to get all these things in place, and you have to answer to it. It's the same way Cuomo had to answer to his harassment rules that he made. Correct?
You gotta answer to it. You gotta answer. I'm sorry. Like Christopher Brown makes a very good point. He goes, Hunter still does have one major stain on his record as the head of creative, aka the massive colossal clusterfuck with Bray Wyatt / Bo Dallas and the rest of the Wyatt Six. This is a mixed bag for me. And I know I feel like a Triple H apologist, and I'm sorry, but I am putting blame on H here too. Because H, you let that writer write for Bray Wyatt, but you felt like this writing turned it into a sponsorship match that was absolute dog crap. And we got nothing out of it. So, of course, it kind of killed. By the way, Bray Wyatt being hurt. And on top of that, him not really feeling the story all over. It's the same thing all over again. Now, how do you think he felt? Like, I came back because you told me this was going to be different. Now it feels like I'm doing the same thing all over again, brother.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm out here getting hurt for what? For the same
This is my thing on Bray Wyatt. The original incarnation of what he was the best version of him.
Yep.
That
Eater of Worlds.
Then it got too much Hollywood and too much, special effects, and it became all about that and not about the actual person that was Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Everybody gave more fucking shit about the Fiend than fucking Bray Wyatt himself when he introduced the Fiend. But I wish they go back to the whole.
You almost wish he never introduced the Fiend.
No, and also you never kind of wish that if I'm rest in peace Brody Lee, like if Brody Lee never passed away, I think Brody Lee's back in somehow back in WWE and with Bray Wyatt, and they're back together as the Wyatt family. Like once the Wyatt family broke up in a way, and they went off to their separate entities, that shit ruined, I think, all their careers minus Brody Lee. Because Brody Lee went to AEW and made him a bigger name for himself in AEW with the Dark Order and whatnot.
Listen, we all know that the Wyatt family was gold. was pure gold.
And
But like Andrew said, when you jumped off, Rodney, like once he became the Fiend, people were more interested in the Fiend mask than they were in Bray Wyatt. And I think that when they brought him back, it was too much with the let's darken the ring, let's have guys appear. And if he just would have came out and introduced the 6, whatever he had with them, the 6 characters, that would have worked.
Yeah. And just,
right? But then they would, and even going back to the Mr. Rogers Bray Wyatt character again, the Funhouse.
Yeah.
Either stick with the Funhouse where he does that all the time.
Yeah.
You can't be doing the 3, the 3 heads of Bray Wyatt all the time. It was too much.
That was too much for Mick Foley, I felt like, at one time.
Yeah, it was too much.
He's trying to be the modern day Mick Foley with Mr. Rogers, Bray Wyatt, the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt, and then the Fiend Bray Wyatt.
It was just way too much.
Andrew, you make a very good point, brother, because you should have been going towards being the modern day Undertaker instead of trying to be the modern day Mick Foley. And there's a big difference between the two men. And there's one guy that focused himself on being the baddest, darkest, scariest in pro wrestling. And there's another guy that made himself an entertainer from one character to the next, to the next, to the next. You cannot be both.
No.
It's too much. You have to pick a lane.
When he first came on the scene, he was scary without any special effects. It was just this weird dude from the bayou, wherever you thought he came from.
Yeah, in the swamp area, with a freaking rocking chair, with a freaking lantern in his hand.
The lantern was genius.
With his 2 buddies,
yes,
Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, being with them. All of a sudden, he had when it was John Cena versus him, that feud, and he had the kids with him being able to sing. He got the whole world in his hands. Yep. That whole entire from
his and the rocking chair. That, just the symbol of the rocking chair was just perfect. When they squared off with the Shield for that first time in the ring, right? That was like a fever pitch. The crowd was waiting for that for how long?
Oh yeah.
When they first got face to face in that ring, you were just like, but so that's where I think they failed with the Fiend.
Well,
no. Also, I think they failed the Fiend when they had him lose to Goldberg. It's sorry.
Very true. That's when it died. You can't lose to Goldberg. Look, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop off.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop too. Why don't we just wrap it up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give like Mike 10-15 minutes to see if he's gonna jump on, but I'll stay on myself for a little bit, talking about a little here and there, what's going on with Raw. But
all right, gentlemen, it's been a blast.
You guys have a good night. Thank you for joining in tonight.
Oh, man, thank you for having me.
You too, and Andrew. There was no hot takes.
No hot takes today, but it was all draft. No hot take. Okay.
I'm kidding.
Oh shit!
It's Cody and Brock about to go down.
Cody just kicked the freaking Cowboy out of the ring. Yo, this is Cena Brock. Extreme Rules-ish.
He hit Brock right in the mouth. Yeah. That's amazing. See, this is what I'm talking about. Now, this is a good build. I love it. I love the build. Cody being a badass. That's what you need. You need to bring that badass out of him. And Brock's the guy to do it. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it against Brock. If you're going to bring the badass out of Cody Rhodes, let Brock Lesnar bring the badass out of Cody Rhodes. Let him do it, because now this is going to hopefully keep people interested up until SummerSlam. We got to do this at SummerSlam. It cannot go no further.
So, all right, boys.
You guys have a good night.
I'll be in touch. Rodney, let me know.
Will do. I'm going to text him as soon as we get off.
All right, sounds good.
If any of you viewers want to come join me, just
get Christopher Brown on.
Yeah, Christopher Brown, if you want to message me, you want to come on for a little bit.
We really should send Christopher Brown a link one of these times.
Yeah, Christopher Brown. And send me a message on Facebook at Drew Kratz. I'll send you the link for this show.
Yeah, we got to send him a link. All right. See you, boys.
All right, boys. I'm out of here. Look, Andrew, enjoy the rest of the show, brother.
You too.
Yep.
All right, later.
Later. So that was Rodney Harris and Chris DeCarlis being here. And I'm still here. And we're going to be recapping with Raw a little bit, seeing our buddy Mike Steinberg coming back up if he's coming on. But yeah, we just saw Cody Rhodes kick Brock Lesnar straight in the face. Trying to figure out how to. If I still see this little thing. But yeah, we're gonna have the WWE draft just kicking off. It's amazing right now. We got people in new shows. It's awesome. Let me just check something out. Okay, some things wrong. Trying to figure. Yep, need to try to figure this out. One second, technical difficulties. And we are back. I just need to figure out how to get this situation under control. But yeah, hopefully Mike will be joining us soon. They're just breaking down. Also, any hockey fans out there for Game 7, the Rangers and the New Jersey Devils are tied 0-0 with 16:15 left in the second period. It's a win or go home for both these teams. But yeah. Here comes Astros, maybe the draft picks. Yes, here comes the draft picks. Shawn Michaels at the podium.
Monday Night Raw selects the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions.
Liv and Raquel are on Raw. Woo! Liv is on the Raw. But I have a question for you, chat. Doesn't they have free will to go anywhere because of the tag team champions? Isn't that weird? The tag team champions are getting drafted. Asuka is on SmackDown. Wow, that is beautiful. That is weird. By the way, we're not sponsored by Double Woman Broken Skull, but this stuff, Double IPA, it's really good. Raw gets the New Day. Maybe Big E comes back tonight. Maybe. Look at Shawn Michaels dancing.
SmackDown selects Ridge Holland, Butch, and Sheamus, the Brawling Brutes.
And the Brawling Brutes are on SmackDown. But yeah. So, round 3, Liv Morgan or Rodriguez get selected to Raw. Asuka gets selected to SmackDown. The New Day to Raw. And then the Brawling Brutes to SmackDown. Hopefully Mike can join us today. But yeah. Gonna take a quick intermission break, okay? I'll go down. Be right back. We'll be right back in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. And Jey Uso has been barred from ringside. Holy shit. So, how does everybody doing tonight, though? We missed you. So, like Undertaker says, we'll be live once a month. Live on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you find us. But yeah. We could be live 2 times a month if we really try, if we want to, but it's very hard with our schedules. Our next show probably take place sometime maybe between Backlash and Double or Nothing, whenever that is. To talk about those 2 pay-per-views. Also, Impact got a show I think coming up, but Impact's been fucking on fire, I gotta tell you guys. But Michael Steinberg should be live in here in 5-10 minutes with some WWE draft talk. But yeah. I got my Bud Light. Uh-oh. Once Mike gets here, we'll be rolling like a real on a train. I don't know why I'm saying. But yeah. I don't know why I say but yeah all the time, folks, but also a little pop culture news. Guardians of the Galaxy opens up this week, coming on Thursday for midnight previews, but Thursday night, Friday night day it comes out. If anybody's seeing that, let us know. That's all sides. Right now, it's 11:33 left in the second period for the Rangers-Devils game. Devils on a power play for another minute and 20 seconds. It's quite weird to think about things about wrestling and stuff. There we go. Right now, it's Riddle versus Jimmy Uso, with Jey Uso been barred from the ringside. Come on, Matt Riddle. I'm going to read down the Backlash 2023 card for you guys right now. As of right now, we have on the card Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso with Paul Heyman. We got Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Rhea Ripley defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Selena Vega. We got Seth freaking Rollins versus Omos. Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, and Bronson Reed in a triple threat match for the United States Championship. We got Bianca Belair defending her Royal Women's Championship against Io Sky. And then Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest in a San Juan street fight. I don't know why Seth Rollins is facing Omos in this match. It's a weird situation. It's like the Braun versus Seth situation. Folks, if you want to join in, just message me on Facebook at Drew Kratz. I'll send you the link. Let's have some fun. We're back. Let's go. Oh, I'm back. Score update in the Rangers Devils game. It's 1-0 Devils after a short-handed goal with 9:32 left in the second period. Matt Riddle just defeated Jimmy Uso, gaining a little momentum towards Backlash. Whew. Right now, they're on Raw. They're going over the Io Sky video package. Now play Devil's Hockey. But yeah, Mike should be coming on very soon. I'm telling you this. I got no viewer, one viewer. Who's the viewer? If you're in here, say hello. I would like to say hello back. Oh, almost another goal by the Devils. Here comes Eric Bischoff making the roll pick. Out comes Eric Bischoff. I'm back. And RVD again. Oh, he has it upside down. Man, damn. The whole effing show.
Yeah, I got one. How about the best network imaginable? Let's invent that.
Clips are with the internet pretty much everywhere. Enemies
So we get the next round up for the draft coming up. I don't understand this situation, fellas. That SmackDown's 2 hour show and then Raw we got a 3 hour show. They gotta fill it up with little fillers. And then they got their little SmackDown lowdown on Saturday mornings, and then Tuesday mornings they got Raw talk. We get more draft picks. But why can't you just do one 5 hour show, like a WWE draft show on the network? Not the network, on Peacock.
These caramel cold brew M&Ms are like M&Ms with a coffee shop vibe.
Maybe too much of a coffee shop vibe.
This next one is about the importance of friendship, so I'm gonna maintain eye contact while I sing it.
Oh boy.
Let's see what's else going on in the wrestling world. Oh, if you play WWE Super. Oh, yay! Ho, 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 ho! And welcome to the show with big freaking news.
Woo! Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Yeah, so let's just say I started my vacation after work on Friday and got greeted with a big surprise. I'm now a dad.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
And no, before you say anything, not in 9 months. I am a dad right now. She was born Saturday morning at 12:15. Beautiful girl. Jen and I on Saturday afternoon decided on the name Faith Haven Steinberg.
FHS? That sounds like a good actual wrestling name. FHS. FHS.
Let me try to get some pictures that I have. Let me save these on my desktop.
So, Mike, the WWE draft so far has been not bad.
Yeah.
So
I
far,
haven't really watched.
so
but yeah,
so far, Rhea Ripley has been drafted to Raw.
which you figured.
Yeah. Austin Theory's on SmackDown. Seth freaking Rollins is staying on Raw. Charlotte Flair's staying on SmackDown.
Question is Austin Theory, does he have a match Saturday?
Yes. He is facing off against Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley.
And where are they drafted to?
Bronson Reed has not been drafted yet. Bobby Lashley is, I think, let me see. Bobby Lashley was drafted to SmackDown. And Bronson Reed probably will get drafted to SmackDown as well.
So then that means that Gunther. Has Gunther been drafted yet?
Yeah, he was drafted night one to Monday Night Raw with Imperium.
Okay, so then the titles are just switching.
Yeah. Charlotte Flair is still on SmackDown. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will remain on Raw, but they're going to have to probably split up those tag team championships soon. The Usos will be joining their cousin and their brother on SmackDown. The Judgment Day will stay on Raw. The Latino World Order will be staying on SmackDown. Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez Rodriguez will be staying on Raw.
Okay, let me see if I can get these up.
Okay. Asuka got drafted to SmackDown. The New Day are on Raw.
I forgot to 1 second. Where are
The-
you? I
The
don't.
New Day minus Big E right now are on Raw, and then the Brawling Brutes are staying on SmackDown.
Okay. Ed.
While you're doing this, Eric Bischoff is be announcing the Raw picks. It's so weird to see him back at a WWE event when I hated his ass so much back in the day when he used to make John Cena's life living shit.
Really? It's not letting me. They're like the pictures are too big.
And then RVD's doing the SmackDown pick again, but this time he flipped the card around. Like,
Oh wait, can does this work? Oh, I want to do it this way. Give me 1 second. This is how I can get it. This, 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 this.
and Monday Night Raw has drafted Trish Stratus. So she
Stupid.
come-
She's not even. She's not. She shouldn't even be counted. She's not an actual active wrestler. Come on. I know storyline, but still.
Where the
Okay.
fuck's Lita gonna be drafted now?
No, supposedly she's done.
And SmackDown drafted Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Good pick so far. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler have been drafted to Raw. Figured.
Okay. Can you? What do you see?
Muse report.
You don't see my window?
No, I don't see the window.
I'm sharing a window and it's not. Really?
Oh wait, that's a stream.
Durr. Okay. So. What the? Really? Okay, I gotta do this one more time.
And LA Knight is to SmackDown. Yeah.
Oh, let me redo that. Okay.
2-0 Devils.
Nice. Where's share present? Share screen. This share.
Boom. Ah! Look at Mike and
Yep.
Baby Faith.
And
Leah and
Leah
Baby.
and Faith. Little baby.
Little baby.
Jen holding her.
I got a question. Is that a Nirvana t-shirt?
Yes.
Yo, if I ever had a kid and I'm at a hospital and holding my baby, I'm wearing a freaking
Look.
wrestling shirt.
Look at the happy mommy feeding the baby.
It's so beautiful.
But this is my profile picture and it's so cute.
Makes me so happy. And my understanding, you guys did not know Jen was pregnant.
Nobody knew. It literally, we found out when she said, "Hello, I'm here," and thank you to everybody that have reached out to me and everybody that has helped prepare us, because we were 100% unprepared because we didn't know. So we got a lot of people helping us,
That's
and
good.
I am grateful. Have
By
a
the
nice,
way,
nice little cola.
you're a little cooler. I got myself my Bud Light while watching this draft.
And what's funny, Andrew, is of course, everyone's asking about her and her drinking. You don't know. She doesn't
Yeah,
drink much, but she did drink at Mania. We're just like, ugh.
yeah, that was the one thing that I was like, well, she did have a twisted tea during the first night, and then she had that sangria the second night. But that was a month ago.
But not even that. She has, when we've gone out, had wine or mixed, drink. So, but it's not like she drinks every night. So,
Yeah,
and all the tests, everything came out good for the baby. So
that's good.
she most likely will be coming home tomorrow.
That is good news.
She is 18 and a half inches, 5 pounds, 9.6 ounces.
I was about to say you should have did the announcing as a wrestler. She weighs.
Weighing in at 5 pounds, 9.6 ounces. Standing at 18 and a half inches.
Faith Haven Steinberg.
And Andrew, I'm going to tell you a crazy story about
Ready?
my aunt.
Yeah.
Had her and my cousin's kid, Jack, were talking. And Jack's like, there's another baby. There's another baby. There's another baby. And this was before we told them any names. And he was saying, we could have her name as Hope, but we already have a Hope because my other cousin. So then my aunt says, okay, then she has to be Faith. And this was before she knew the name.
That's crazy.
Let's see.
So, I got a question for you, Mike. I asked the boys this before. How do you feel about this new World Heavyweight Championship title?
You already know it, but
Yeah.
I love it.
What was that?
Yeah, it was on my phone still as I was trying to get into Facebook. So it was a feedback of what we were just saying. Yes. I love it. I love the title. I love the design and everything. Of course, everyone's complaining. Oh, it's pretty much the You Can't Beat Roman title. Not necessarily.
Nope.
But the new rumor is they want Roman to break Hogan's record, which means holding the belt until September of 24.
Oh.
That was close. Jeez.
That was close.
Yeah. So if that's the case,
then throw the script away for SummerSlam. Throw the script away from Raw.
Not even that. The newest rumor was, even you said it,
WrestleMania 40.
So are you going to make Cody lose again? It would make no sense.
Yep.
unless the rematch was for Cody's title. I don't know.
Oh, but for NXT, the NHL went on live. Like they had the little pregame. They had PK Subban came out dressed up as Ric Flair, and then Mark Messier came out as
So Shinsuke just kicked Miz in the face.
yeah. We can go as long as we want until you're ready to leave, but we'll keep Babyface up on the screen for newcomers to come in and at the beautiful side of this baby girl. Tonight we had Solo Sikoa versus Seth Rollins. But to me, I don't know why Omos is facing Seth Rollins.
I think they kind of gave an explanation. I don't remember what it was. I think they were saying Omos and they're both on losing streaks, so they wanted to face each other type of thing. I don't know.
Okay.
Yo, it is a 1-point Philadelphia 76er lead with 26.1 seconds to go.
What channel they on? 37?
TNT. And Tatum going to the line, it looks like. Today's episode of BTB is a behind the sports.
Yep. We're going off the rails today.
Actually, it's BTB featuring the Muse.
Yep. There was no Andrew's hot takes today.
Tie game. Jeez, man. Before, when I was watching, I think it was the third quarter, Philly had a 2-point lead or something. And Boston goes up 1.
Your TV is ahead of mine. Hoping Julius Randle is able to play the next game.
And Philadelphia takes a 2-point lead with 8.4 seconds left after Harden hits a 3.
My brother must be pissed right now.
You know what's crazy? Is okay, yes, the Knicks lost game 1, but I was talking to a customer of mine at work, and what's it called? We were saying if the Knicks win this series, you honestly could be thinking about a Knicks in the NBA Finals. And actually, I'm trying to remember who it was. One of the sports people actually said that he can see the Knicks winning the title.
That'd be crazy if this happens.
Yo, it's like what's crazy is, okay, yes. So the Islanders got eliminated, but I have the best consolation prize.
Hello, new dad. Hello, Kenny. Kenny's on Twitch. Why aren't you on Facebook?
This is one of the best consolation prizes anybody can ever ask for. Well, looks like Philadelphia is going to win that game. But yeah, that was probably the biggest consolation prize anybody can ever get.
Yep.
Yeah, the birth of a child, and it's crazier because you didn't know.
The backstory of what happened with you and Jen a couple of times,
Mm-hmm.
and but now,
this is our rainbow baby.
yep. And officially your first baby, even though
Mhm.
you're a stepfather to Leah. And it's amazing, though. I gotta tell
And
you.
Leah is so excited. She can't wait. She's already told Jen that if the two of us want date night, she won't charge much.
That's funny.
And the Philadelphia 76ers win 119-115 to take a 1-0 lead in the series.
That's crazy.
But yeah, if the Knicks end up pulling that off,
Yep.
just getting to the finals. You know what? Let me back it up. I'll take an Eastern Conference Finals right now.
Me too.
I'll take going to the Eastern Conference Finals, because I said it before the playoffs. This team, if they get in, they're good enough to make a run.
Yep.
Exactly, Kenny, but I feel they will win game 2. But it's, like it's just crazy that this team could beat any of them.
Yep.
They get,
It's a young team.
What is the saying? Get in, anything can happen.
Yeah. And playoffs, it's a whole brand new animal.
And
everybody starts with a 0-0 record.
And they are good enough that they could beat Boston if they had to play them. Philadelphia if they need to play them.
Yep.
And then it just would depend on who they would play in the finals. But you know what? We're just going to go for the ride. It's already a success. No matter what, Andrew, it's a successful season.
Yeah.
100%.
They made it to the second round.
To make the second round for the first time in 10 years. And we pretty much said you weren't going to make it this far as it was. So, and then you look at hockey and this first round has just been insane.
Yeah.
You got Boston losing. You got the Avalanche losing to the Kraken. You have Toronto winning a series for the first time in the longest time against the Lightning. It's just, it's a crazy first round.
Yes, 100%. The Mets split the doubleheader today.
Yep, Mets split the doubleheader. The funny story is, Jen and I were thinking of going to the game on Friday.
That's at the books now.
No, but that's why I'm glad everything happened then. Because imagine being at the game.
Yep. Can you imagine Tuesday if you came to the Ducks games with me and Mitch and Kenny?
Yep.
And then had to get a call from Jen that you need to come home fast.
Well, no, Jen was going to come to the game.
Oh. Can you imagine that?
But what I had told her, yes, that's crazy too, Kenny. Seattle being the second team ever to score all first goals in all 7 games. It's crazy. But yeah, I then was telling her we were going to stay home so she can rest her rib. Little do we know it was the rib, but it was
a baby.
Rib was hurting mainly because baby was kicking it. She does have a crack, but and not only that, she had kidney stones a couple months ago. All this was
But
related to the baby. And she stopped drinking coffee for a while because she was saying she was getting acid reflux, so she thought it was from the coffee. Nope.
From the baby.
Hey, Molly.
Kenny says, when's she coming home?
Most likely tomorrow.
That's going to be fun. You have a crib set up already?
Trish is getting us a bassinet.
Okay.
I have a portable crib if we need it, but the pediatrician at the hospital suggested a bassinet
Okay.
because of how tiny she is. And that's the other thing. Everyone thought that she was a preemie. Nope. Full term, they said.
You said 42 weeks, right?
That's what I believe they was saying to Jen. They feel she was 42 weeks. You know, it's always hard to tell 100%, but they were saying she must have been past her due date technically because she hands and feet were very wrinkly, and she had like some peeling skin, which usually is because you're dried out.
Yeah.
And it looks like she also has big feet. So that's Jen said that's another reason why she was hurting. And it's you know, and her ribs shifted a couple times, and they had to put it back in place, and it's just it was all from the baby.
But yeah. We're very proud of you. Very happy for you. If you're tired, we can end now if you really want to.
No. I'm just yawning because it's been a long day. Because I was up since 7:30. I wanted to get up at 8, but Jen texted me at 7:30. I have right now. I usually don't have my phone on ring, but I decided to put it on ring, of course, in case Jen needed to get a hold of me. So I have all you guys on hide alerts, which might be why I don't answer right away.
Okay.
Just so you guys know. Because especially with how we text, my phone would be going off with Roman Reigns' theme.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the Roman Reigns' theme song would be going off every 2 seconds. And Jen's text message is a lot easier on the ears when I'm asleep.
Yeah.
But it still woke me up.
Oh yeah, there's tag team takedown this week in Supercard. And yes, I still get my mins. You let your team know that you just had a baby and you don't need to.
I had told them. I said, guys, I have some very surprising news. I won't be able to do some TBGs, and I said why, and they're like, oh, congratulations. I even put it in Drive for 5 in the messaging group. So they're like, oh, another Islander fan. Even an Islander fan from Wales commented.
Oh, the Road Dogg coming out. Oh, he's gonna make it. This is an NXT pick.
Now, Jen and I have already decided she is going to be a fan of every team we like. So she will be a Met fan, She will be a Yankee fan. She will be a Ranger fan. She will be an Islander fan. She will be a Jet fan, and she will be a Ducks fan.
You can't let your father-in-law get into her head.
Well, you know what the funny part is even though Jen and them are Yankee fans, Leah's other parent, I believe, is a Mets fan. So Leah likes both anyway. Leah's actually gone to some Met games.
Braun Strowman and Ricochet to Monday Night Raw. SmackDown gets Shotzi.
Yeah, see, here's what's funny. So the game was ahead of mine was ahead for you. Okay. This, you're ahead.
Oh! Ooh, this makes this matchup backlash very interesting, boys.
So, yeah, but here's the question: does Gunther have a match? Well, Gunther
No.
no. See, no, he's not winning the match. They're only because nice, pretty deadly to SmackDown. Love it. That is awesome. That is awesome, man. See, I like this because this is your call up. You know what I mean?
You know they show up the night at the Mania?
I like this.
We probably get one more round, if anything. After this, quick, and then boom. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try one American Dream pick. 3, 2. Nope. I got Extinction. JD McDonough. Welcome to the Big Leagues, kid.
Yeah, they're not gonna make
Austin lose.
They're not gonna have both champions on one show. So
yeah.
So I'm guessing next Monday Night Raw we'll see the switching of belts.
Feel bad for Bianca. She was her big ass Raw Women's Championship reign.
I think no, you know what's funny is did they when Becky and Charlotte switched, did they say their reigns technically continued?
Well, look right now.
Because you can't penalize them because they switch shows.
Reigns, list of SmackDown championships, title history.
You can get used to this site because I have a feeling that the Judgment Day are going to be running things here on Mondays for a long time to come.
I don't think so. Yeah, they don't consider it.
Do you realize the toll that Saturday could have on the entire music industry? Bad Bunny is the hottest recording artist on the planet Earth right now.
New Jersey leads 2-0 with 18:53 left in the third. We got about 57 minutes left to Raw. By the way, Mike, I know you're going to be busy, but tomorrow there's going to be an update on Fortnite.
One second. So Becky Lynch.
Our champion, Rhea Ripley.
61 days.
I mean, was there really any doubt that the first job it would be her? Money's always on top. And you guys thought that you could get rid of us that
Yeah, it's stupid that they don't. But you know what? I think if you look at them, that it doesn't matter. The champ still long reign
Yeah.
still exists in our head. It's just a different name. Split it into two.
Zelina Vega is going to regret everything she's done to me on SmackDown when I pretzel her and remind everyone exactly why I am the most dominant champion here in the WWE.
That's right, Rhea is gonna roll Zelina up like a hot snot and flicker. And I got some bad news for Bad Bunny because my man Damien is gonna tear Bad Bunny apart and leave little fluffy pieces of him all over Puerto Rico. Tell him, Damien.
Are you excited for Backlash?
Honestly, I haven't really.
I want you to listen to my words very
Eh.
because I choose them very, very carefully. Tú piensas porque ganaste un palo y me empecé a pegar que tú me puedes ganar a mí una lucha puertorriqueña.
Remember on my birthday when we went to the Ring of Honor tapings and we saw Damian Priest get put through a table by a Hangman Page?
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. Huh.
Tal vez en tu vida cuando eras chamaquito ganaste una pelea en la calle y tú piensas que por eso tú puedes ganarme a mí. Estás equivocado. Porque no importa si son palos, si los combates.
Did you hear what happened to Baron Corbin?
Yes, he got a big standing ovation of Pettis.
Because he won.
But also, apparently, before the show even started, they were chanting for him.
Mm-hmm.
And people are thinking, do you turn him face?
He's a good heel. He just has no charisma. But he's a great heel.
Kenny said, gotta go watch the period. Talk to you guys later. Kenny, I'll probably be waking up early to play Fortnite with you. Yeah, woke up today and somehow I got a win for us. And then we got a win. Our last game we played. Kenny said, I'll be right back. And I said, okay. And I just hung around, won the game. And Kenny said, how? .6:18 left in the third period. 2-0 Devils. Yo, everybody hates Dominic.
Oh, too bad I'm not in the CBG. It's actually an easy win. Oh, well. And thanks to Kenny, I was able to get Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he told me that you played for him well.
But he left his USB receiver in the laptop, so I have to bring it back to him. I don't even think he realizes it.
Okay.
You know, he used it as an actual laptop. When I sent him the picture when I got Brock, you know, I sent it as the tablet. He's like, I didn't use it like that.
Okay.
I'm like, I know. So, did you hear what Chavo said?
What? The whole thing was a work?
Yeah. He's like, and I ran with it because I'm not signed, so I don't care. And he called Ray, and Ray actually was like, what like confused, and then he explained to him, and then they were like, oh, okay. But what's funny is they actually said Eddie and Ray were actually not as close as people think.
Really?
They were not best friends. That there was a respect and all that stuff, but they weren't friends like Eddie and Benoit were. Yo, tell me that card is not awesome looking. Andrew.
That card?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Do you know what card I'm talking about?
No.
Go look at Battle Pass.
Oh, the Dom.
The Dom card looks nice.
Yeah. And the Rangers are going on a penalty kill.
I wonder if they're gonna put the card, the second one, in the store.
They will probably.
Well, Wesley is the cards in the superstore.
Yep.
To compete Friday nights. That's how the draft works. No seas tonto, mijo. But I'm glad we're not going to be on the same brand. Because if you thought getting whooped at WrestleMania with the belt was bad,
I'll be right back. 1 second.
Ugh. Yo, this is awesome with the LWO guys. Because they're all freaking getting cheered like crazy.
Truba should be getting a game misconduct right there.
I didn't even watch. I have Raw still on. Yo, it's crazy the pop that LWO gets. It's that pop, man. Oh,
Okay, 1 second. 1 second.
this show looks cool. The Lazarus Project.
Okay, I'm back. Ooh.
Let's see what's happening in this other basketball game. It is 12-10 Denver in the first quarter.
Oh, against the Jazz,
Suns.
or Suns, whatever.
Total 2 different states. Oh, and Kevin Durant was stolen away.
During the Memorial Day preview sale at Raymore Flanagan. Why wait? Savings are hot throughout the store. Living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Choose from our selection of top mattress brands. And with free next day delivery, you can sleep better tomorrow. Or get special financing and pay over time with no interest.
Okay.
Taste of super hot summer savings.
I'm probably going to wait to maybe get the battle pass later.
Also, let me see if I got anything good in this Reward Mania. And Silver, Montez Ford. Fuck the Reward Mania this year. They put the last one, and then there's a day and 16 hours left.
Yeah.
It's-
You already got to claim yours. Mine's still in the calculating phase.
Yeah, I got.
I only had one ticket to put in, so I'll probably just get freaking super coins.
1 second, Christopher Brown, where are you?
You know, that's why Gunther doesn't have a match Saturday,
Why?
because he got married.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They probably gave him the week off.
I didn't have my notifications on an hour ago, and Christopher Brown sent me I need to unmute him, but he should have texted me on here. I sent you a message.
This dropkick was made on Friday Night SmackDown. It's around WWE. The ring general is now marching forward. Gunther isn't coming alone. He's bringing Vinci and Kaiser with him, all of Imperium, eager to show Monday Night Raw. The match is safe. Sold out crowd tonight. Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. Mind this crowd.
You know what I find funny?
What?
So they had mentioned that tag teams can get split up because remember they said, "Oh, this might be the final time Montez Ford," and
Yeah.
but then the next day or right before the draft, scorecard people were saying that they were told they've read that tag teams are all drafted, and it was supposedly on WWE's website. The tag teams are drafted as one. It's like, then why did you tell us this other thing on Monday?
Yep.
WrestleMania got taken down by Zelina Vega, who will challenge Rhea this Saturday at Backlash. Big move from Rhea. We saw something similar on Friday night.
Come next season, Trouba's a dead man.
Hey, I just pulled some corn.
I pulled like 4 coins.
This is the first freaking of any. Hey, 2 corns. Then I just pulled a spring Kevin Owens.
The strength of Mommy, but Zelina Vega is quick. Zelina's quick. She's feisty. She's experienced. Here comes Santos Escobar.
Thing is,
This is where Supercard pisses me off, by the way.
oh, WrestleMania 37 Roman Reigns spring card. I think that is now a new pro. Wait, no, I already pro'd that one. Boo.
you know, when it starts, you get the sprint cards and you can't dust them right away. Like you have to actually select them.
Yep.
Right now, we got Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley taking on LWO's Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, and Selena Vega in a 6-person mixed tag team match.
Take a look at this and listen. Oh! You hit Escobar, KP. You're screaming like you got punched in the mouth. Calm down. Priest down.
Also, want to congratulate you guys. Probably did before, but congratulate Carmella.
Oh, you mean I forgot about Carmella
Yeah,
being pregnant.
congratulations to Carmella and Corey Graves on the announcement that Carmella is pregnant. She also suffered a miscarriage recently, so she is going to have her rainbow baby in November.
Can you imagine on Thanksgiving?
What if it's whenever Summer Survivor Series is supposed to be that day? All of a sudden, Corey's like, I can't be here.
Insert Pat McAfee.
Yeah, but here's the problem: Pat McAfee's about to be a father too.
Yeah, but that'd be like 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
Oh wait, college game day. Fuck.
But no, not even that. Not even that. He still would probably just want to be with his kid.
We're at the halfway mark of the Ranger game. Still 2-0 Devils. 9:38 left in the third. Shots are 22-21 in favor of the Rangers.
So when I get up tomorrow, I gotta probably put the car seat in the car.
Do you even know how to put a car seat in the car? Because I it's so hard to put. I've never like my.
I have before, but it's been so long.
It's been so long.
I'm trying to remember if we actually put one in my car when we've taken Leah, when Leah was younger. Because Leah was in a car seat when, of course, when I first started with dating Jen. So. Yeah, my cousin was nice enough to drop a infant newborn car seat with a whole bunch of bases and a stroller that we can use for her with this. So Trish dropped off some diapers and a couple other things that she got.
Give baby formula and stuff.
Jen is going to either breastfeed or pump.
Okay.
She really doesn't want to. And from what I've read, you really don't want to use formula unless it's like a medical need.
Okay.
Because it's more beneficial to have it regular milk, breast milk.
Okay. We got about 36 minutes left of Raw. This is the longest BTB Live / Andrew Hot Takes has been live for, by the way.
Well, kind of. We've done the pay-per-views.
Yeah. But that was like a watch along. Ray on Dom abuse. Father versus son.
You know, just so you guys know, though, for the first, I think, usually 6 weeks, really, people can't really see the baby. So,
Okay.
you know, until she gets her shots and everything. And they suggest that everyone make sure they're up to date with certain shots. They're giving Jen a couple of shots before she leaves, and I'm gonna have to see about me.
Priest with the Hall of Famer. Precarious position now is Ray. Ray escapes the razor's edge. Oh, Balor took the shot for the Judgment Day. Priest, south of heaven. The choke slam, south of heaven. Could Rey Mysterio in the LWO.
And the LWO loses to Judgment Day.
Oh, now I can claim my reward mini. Let's see.
You get a gold pack and it's double pro.
100 fucking super coins.
No, I hate the fact that Reward Mania and WWE Supercard just fucks up and they do the last pack before, like a day and 16 hours before the freaking thing ends.
Yep.
Like you have time to do a few more of those Reward Mania things.
So I am going to. I have 15 stubs. I'm not fuck the draft picks. I'm doing supports. See if I can get some supports.
Nice.
Oh shit!
You got a WrestleMania 39?
A Maurice Pro,
Nice.
but it.
So
won't
one
help.
stat.
And it won't help me. But let's do another one. Yo, another one. Sensational Sherry.
There's a 2-stat pro, right?
No, it's a single though. But I think I already have I already have a pro. I have Mr. Stone.
Oh, nice.
And last but not least, Dana Brooke. Now wait, I got to see something. Okay, so it's 3 of the following from SummerSlam BCE to WrestleMania 39, and in each one I got at least 139.
That's sick. Oh, look at old picture of Triple H.
the most decorated combat sports athlete of all time. I made a point to say it twice last week, and here I am saying it again.
We're hitting the 6-minute mark in the third period for the Rangers. 2-0 Devils. Guessing Jen's dad's not happy right now.
Nope.
To win this match with me, it's me.
Everybody.
You know that song says shots 77 times.
Ceases to exist.
Yes, 3-0.
Yep. Game over.
Bye bye Rangers. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go give my dad a high five.
JBL. There he is. Player.
And the Ranger fans are getting.
So it's JBL for Raw and Teddy Long for SmackDown.
That makes more sense. Now they got to pull their goalie now.
Okay, let's see what's happening in this game. It is now 21-20 Phoenix with 11 minutes to go in the second. Wow, that was a low scoring first. That's crazy.
Stop waiting in line at drive-thrus just to place an order. Use the Domino's app on Apple CarPlay instead.
Their season's on the line. You got to pull your goalie now.
You say goodbye to the drive-thru with every tap.
Okay, what should we get?
What the fuck's Jared Gallant doing?
Order carry-out on the go using the Domino's app. Now on Apple CarPlay.
And the Rangers go down. This is the last probably pick of tonight, right?
Yep. So the Rangers played one more game than us.
But losing in Game 7. Ask Ilya Sorokin about a potential signing a long-time deal this summer. I have one more year left. I never think about contract. Yes, it's been great. I love this place and the people.
Jen just posted pictures saying, "I will never get tired of taking beautiful pictures of Faith."
And getting into my first apartment. There's so much I can sell. Bags, accessories, home decor, and it's so easy to sell on Poshmark. You can do it in a minute. I love it.
Carmen left Ultima Mobile for its coverage and value, saying pricing is perfect. So we decided to review the value. Finding your way using America's largest 5G network. Perfect. Sharing a moment while saving big. Perfect again.
Who was that?
Join happy customers like Carmen and switch to Optimum Mobile, voted #1 in customer satisfaction, starting at $15 a month. know if I had a case. So I called my attorneys now at the Barnes firm. They got me $600,000.
Do you have a case? Call us now. Find out.
The first Saturday in May, the atmosphere, excitement, glamour. LSU pressed to the nines. Hat on head, drink in hand. The Kentucky Derby on NBC and Peacock.
Friday at high noon, outside the Colegio de Puerto Rico, San Juan. It's the WWE 500
Hey, and what did I say about this season?
megastar Bad Bunny.
It means nothing. Because they just got 2 rentals that they
Wait,
thought.
what? So they actually before the third goal, they actually scored a third goal that wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Rangers got to stop.
Bianca Belair. Bianca, what was your initial reaction to finding out that you were drafted to Friday Night SmackDown?
Byron, my first thought was that it doesn't matter what brand. As long as I'm able to represent the WWE.
Now they pulled Igor Shesterkin at 4 minutes and 4 seconds. Though.
So you best believe I'm gonna send Io Scott to SmackDown empty-handed. Good one. Byron, I have a question for you now. Why are you here interviewing Bianca when you should be interviewing the top 3 draft picks in the WWE? I mean, Dakota and I don't know if you saw that earlier tonight. We are the future women's tag team champions. And Io Sky right here is gonna give you a real reason to be blue when she beats you for that Raw Women's Championship. You get it? Blue like that. You know what actually makes me sad, Bailey? Is that I've always been extremely impressed with Io Sky. Matter of fact, when she showed up to SummerSlam last year, I just knew that she was going to be the talented, competitive athlete that this women's division needed. I mean, I was excited.
4-0. And the season is over. So say goodbye and deep the road. Season meant nothing.
Kenny. That's true. The lady never came back to take the pictures. Jen was telling me a person came by to take pictures and she was going to come back. And she never came back when I was there. Just realized that.
Hey, Teddy Long, baby. Holla, holla, holla.
Wait, the Yankees lost?
Yeah, 3-2.
Jeez. Allowing 3 in the 9th?
So Monday Night Raw selects Alpha Academy gets Raw. Raw gets Auto.
Alpha Academy gets Raw. Oh my god.
I need a shush. And SmackDown gets Rick Boogs. Holy shit! Caden Carter and Katana Chance are moving to Raw.
Nice. There really is a lot of call-ups this year. That's
So
what I
this
like.
Tuesday night, it doesn't mean shit for the tag team title match.
Yeah, because both of them were called up.
They gotta have another tag team just to interrupt and say we want to shut. Cameron Grimes on SmackDown.
Love it.
The SmackDown's going to the moon.
SmackDown, hey, you know what? I'll say it. Both did good in this draft.
Hey, Mike.
That's
My dad just said that's us.
You know what's funny is didn't the whole thing say that freaking Big E was supposed to be at this draft?
Yeah. But they just showed the shirt. They didn't have it. They didn't show the full shirt, so it could have Big E on it.
I know, but it's just like don't have, and it's like big names that were saying that he was supposed to be at the draft. So Jen says we need to get a baby on board sticker for the car. Oh, then she just put Faith back to sleep after some skin to skin time.
And just like that, the New York Rangers have been eliminated from the Stanley Cup. Aaron Schmidt's second
you know what's crazy?
Game 7 shutout in franchise history.
You know what's crazy? That for Islander fans is everyone thought that our nightmare would happen, and it would be an Eastern Conference Finals of Toronto and the Rangers. That would have been a nightmare.
I said my buddy who's a Ranger fan, we get to go golfing.
But yeah, this first round of the playoffs has just been weird, insane. And Kenny can agree with me. Game 3 was the turnaround because Rangers had all the momentum.
Yes.
You win 2 on the road. You're coming home. The crowd is electric.
Yep. And then you drop 2.
And then you drop 2.
And then you drop the next game.
Wait. So all momentum is going back. Then 38 seconds in, the Devils score in Game 5 and completely make that crowd go insane. And you knew that game was over already.
Yeah.
But then the Rangers did their job in Game 6 to force it to 7, and just came up short.
Because I feel like when the Rangers are facing elimination at home, there's a no quit in New York situation where they're not going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to lose at home.
Shop the Mother's Day sale for 30% off almost everything.
Now we'll see the Devils versus Carolina.
Carolina, we got Toronto versus Florida tomorrow. We got also, I think, Dallas taking on the Kraken tomorrow, I believe. I'm looking up right now.
No,
it's Florida, Toronto, Seattle, Dallas. Tuesday. Wednesday is going to be Edmonton, Vegas, and then Rangers, Canes.
Yeah.
No, Devils, Canes.
Edmonton versus Vegas is going to be a crazy series. And Kenny, you should be rooting for the Kraken. Let's go Kraken. Let's get Kraken. That's what someone said. Let's get Kraken.
Oof.
I heard that.
Oops.
Though, so listen to this. So Jen was feeding her before.
Yep.
And she just farted so loud. And we're all like, yep, she's definitely my kid. She takes after me.
And also, so tonight at 11:05 on Peacock, more picks, but I will be getting off before that, and I'll look at the picks. Also, Backlash this Saturday in San Juan, Puerto Rico, baby. I'm going to be right back and then take care of business. All right, Mike. I think we ended now.
1 second, I'm sending you something.
Oh God.
Second. After I send this in the, Vice TV is filing for bankruptcy, but that's not what I was gonna send. This. And then, of course, with the crying.
But this was another live edition of Behind the Barricade Presents BTB Live / Andrew Hot Takes. I'm your host, Andrew Kratzer, for my co-host now, Michael Steinberg, for Krista Carlos and Rodney Harris, who joined in earlier during the first half of the draft. For Kenny Klein, the commenters, Christopher Brown, Jessica Hoffman, we love you. We'll see you next time. We'll be popping up on your screen very shortly. Again, we'll be live during maybe the middle of this month to discuss the Backlash and Double or Nothing results. But for everybody, please have a good night. Enjoy the rest of Monday Night Raw. Love you all. And peace.